Hi, my name's Shawn Shaler. That's my friend Chris Ford down there, aka the Objective Geek of all the socials, and then our special guest John, aka the Superman, the early movie Superman Defender that we brought on just to stick up for the Lester cuts. And John, thanks for talking to us again. You provide a fantastic foil, an antithesis to all of Chris's feelings, and vice versa, and it's great. And thanks for joining us today. How you feeling? You ready to get into Act 2 here of this?
I think this is going to be less sad for me and a little less like I think I'm going to enjoy this more than I did the first the back.
Those bottom ones get a little hurtful.
Yeah, you got hit with something hard. Second one out the gate. Your part feels fine because that first one, all of us, Superman 3, and then hit you with Superman the movie.
I started sweating so much when he's like, "There's an obvious answer." It's like, "Oh no."
Yeah, we have a couple that are good back and forths, and then we have a couple that just derail everything. Yeah, so if we did the Batman 2-3 years ago or whatever. So if whoever's watching this in the future, if you didn't see that one, watch that because that was wild. We had completely different opinions on a lot of it. So.
Here's the thing to remember about that one, though, is I think that we did that one. I think we did that off the cuff. Like we were talking about the Batman movie, reviewing it, and then all of a sudden Chris is like, "All right, let's make our favorite Batmans." It's like, "Oh crap, I have to think about this." Off the cuff. And so that one this one I've had like weeks of time to develop thoughts and feelings that have changed over the weeks. But John, you mentioned you wanted to open with I think you had a this or that scenario. You wanted a cold open.
All right, so oh God, you guys are killing me. I know how you're gonna go about this. Like now I was so excited, and then I realized what I just went through. Like, okay, you gotta pick one, okay? 4 movies. We've got Batman 89 to 97. We've got Superman 78 to 87. If you had to delete one, I'm assuming you guys are deleting Superman, but like pound for pound, which 4 movies do you think?
I hate Batman and Robin so much. So much. I hate that movie. But otherwise, I mean, my choice, I prefer Batman in general. But I hate Batman and Robin so much.
What am I comparing again?
So if you had to pick one, pick the 4, like
one set of movies.
97, or are you going 70, 87?
Oh,
4 movies together from history.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm a Batman fan. I'm picking Batman. Even like I like Batman 89. I don't love it as much as I used to when I was a kid, but I like it still. And Jack Nicholson is still iconic and stuff. Still really great things about the thing is that I can't really name a lot of bad stuff about the film. The film just doesn't reach a part in my soul as much as it used to. Batman Returns, I think it's a really wacky film.
We described it in our previous discussion as weirdly horny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe was our exact words.
And I like Forever enough, and I like Batman.
I
and
never
Robin.
like Forever as much as I want to. Yeah. Like in my head, I'm like, "Oh, Forever's fine." I like Val and Jim Carrey, and then I watch it like this movie takes forever. Which pun intended. Sorry, that joke was supposed to land better. No, that movie is kind of a slog. But no, I'm a Batman guy. I'm sorry, John. I would still pick Batman.
Yeah. If Batman Forever was tightened up just a little bit, like get rid of some of that, like the stage swinging crap and a couple other stupid
extra
moments.
Stuff.
There's a great movie in there. I can't wait to one day see.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Like they need to release that red book. Like it's already. Well, I think they probably still need to. I think maybe they need like 10 million or something to touch it up. Right.
I think it's because Kevin Smith has actually shown it, and so he was saying it's all done except for like music.
Okay. See, that would have my attention as a movie where with like a little extra elbow grease put into it. Probably talking about a movie that I consider not great right now, but I'd probably enjoy with a little polish.
I think pound for pound, I think Superman, again, 78 through 87 is stronger, but I'd have to take Batman just because like Superman 3 is almost unwatchable, and like I can hate watch Batman and Robin. I can hate it, and enjoy the hate from it.
Yeah, we watched it. We watched it together and did a commentary on it.
Laugh through most of it. That's a movie where you need a friend to watch that with, because otherwise it's just sad. But if you watch that with somebody, it's a blast.
If there's like if I can at least have a beer and a little popcorn or something and not be in a room by myself, maybe there's room to appreciate the genius commentary of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Maybe in its own.
Real fast. Fun fact about Arnold, I'm just going to spin off of that real quick before we get started. Arnold was championing being Superman in 78. Like, he was begging for the role and they wouldn't give it to him.
Shortest Superman
crazy,
ever.
What's crazy though is they wanted Burt Reynolds, they wanted Clint Eastwood, and then they wanted what's his name? Shawn
Connery?
Oh, the dad from James Caan. Like, they wanted those guys to be Superman, and so they didn't want Christopher Reeve at all.
None of those guys gives me that vibe. None of those guys gives me the right vibe though. Like, Reeve hits all the right notes. He's just he looks like just America. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when they got Gene Hackman and Brando's, when they were like, okay, you can get whoever you want for Superman. But yeah. Oh, I remember also Kurt Russell is who they were eyeing to replace Superman in Superman 3 when Christopher Reeve did not want to come back. He was one of them anyway.
Was he Bill? Obviously, Arnold would have been short and the verbal barriers could have been interesting.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said, when I say interesting, I mean that as a detriment. That's not a compliment, but that's a weird list. That's a strange.
This was 78 was the most expensive movie ever made at the time. He was not vetted as an actor yet for that kind of role. There's no way.
The Batman villains, other than, I would argue, Batman and Robin, the Batman villains are pretty well selected, in my opinion. In that Batman set series, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, though. I'd still probably would pick Batman.
Yeah, me too. I think, yeah.
I mean, why would I ever watch Superman? Why would I ever watch Superman the movie again?
To listen to the soundtrack, Chris. Come on.
I can put on the sound.
Just gonna pop on a vinyl of the Superman soundtrack and be like, "This is it right here."
That's what they were using when John watched it the first time. John's only like a little bit older than me.
It's a couple months.
I was born old, okay?
I was too, but like curmudgeon, get off my lawn, old, not movies old. But so today we're gonna rank our top 5, if I'm thinking about that right. Our top 5 is essentially 5 through 1. We'll snake again, and then we'll talk through some fun ancillary things. Ranking the Supermans, the Loises, the Luthors, etc. And we're at an odd number with 5, so I think that means, John, do you want to give us your number 5?
Yeah, it's Man of Steel. Chris talked about it last time about Hans Zimmer. The score is epic, and it feels, I'm not sure how the length of it, but it just feels like it encapsulates the whole scene. Like when he's on the ship and when he escapes from the hole and he's like floating out in it, and like just the end battles and everything. Like the score is amazing. It's shot well. It's beautiful. Again, it's like a comic book movie on the page. Like, it's just amazing. The only thing I'd say that is a little slow is like the end is a little long. I have no problem with Superman killing Zod. Who cares? Like, I don't know. Like, the fight scenes could have been toned down a little bit. I feel like they go a little bit too Dragon Ball Z.
I love it. I want so much in my heart for Zack Snyder to direct a Dragon Ball Z movie so bad.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
It's so built for Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, like, hey, we're powering up for an hour. You crush it.
Like, it's so fit. Like, one thing, Zack Snyder loves filming very buff guys with their shirts off.
Especially if they sort of reference themselves a lot. There's like self-importance in all the characters. That feels like a good fit.
Yeah, he was. it will make $1 billion easily.
Yeah.
It might cost 200 mil more around to make, but I think it'll make $1 billion.
I think they should have also loosened up on like Clark Kent and mostly Superman. Like it just, again, you go from like the Boy Scout, the happy, upbeat, and then like everything's sad. The weight of the world's on his shoulders. Like it's not that I don't like it. It's just that it didn't resonate with people, and it just, I don't know. It kind of did Henry Cavill dirty a little bit. I don't know. The suit's good. I think it's the best in BVS or in Man of Steel. I feel the chemistry a little bit between him and Lois, but yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I just Lois just never gets nailed right. Well, that sounds bad.
Well, Reeves
only
Reeves
in the original
right.
Lester cut of number 2 when he was post Powers did she get nailed right.
But yeah, I don't know. It's epic. It's awesome. It's almost I would say it's probably a masterpiece. I love it. I mean, we'll go more into it because I was the first one to bring it up. Sadly, I know, but yeah, I love it.
So my number 5, this is actually what I'll consider the last like meh movie for me. So not bad, still not watchable, but John, I'm not quite to that place of like from here on out is good movies. This is the last meh one, and it's Superman 25. And I said it,
Shawn.
I said it before, Chris. I don't know what this movie is. It's so many things, and it's all at once, and it's messy and frankly stupid a lot. But it's still, the reason it's at number 5 and not lower is because I did pick up a lot of joy in some of the underlying elements. Some of the comedy still hit with me. Some of the charm was there. I think the parts that resonated best to me were the Peacemaker universe, like the rated R, that level of movie are probably the parts that hit the best for me. I didn't need the ship drama, the campy stuff, the stupid robots. I hate them so much. They're so dumb. But I would say
you always find this one little thing
because they're so ever present. He treats them like they're his friends. And their dialogue is crappy, and they look crappy.
Because he's Superman.
No,
Superman saves a squirrel. He treats everything like it's worth something.
Well, that's
when
what makes
the robot
this movie
dies,
stupid.
That's what,
this is still we're still in my top. We're still in my top 5 here. Like I said, this is just to be. It's where this is still in the meh category, but it's still in my top 5.
You're saying a lot.
I found the charm.
That you only like 4 movies.
I'm saying that I only like 4 Superman movies. That's actually a pretty fair way to put this. And Superman 2025 is not one of them.
Yeah, I only dislike 2. Superman 3 and Superman 25. Terrible.
It's Chris. This movie is a lot of things, and good isn't one of them. That's my number 5. Well, go ahead.
All right.
Is it my turn?
Yep, you're 5.
I said that. So.
Is it my turn yet? Chris, I will mute you. I have all the power.
I'll be your number 1. Let's go.
My number 5 is Superman 2, the Donner Cut.
Okay.
Like I said before, for some reason, Donner Cut, it is like 90% the same movie, but for some reason it's so much better than the Lester Cut. Like one of the things they bring, it has Brando in it as Jor-El. That just does so much more than Laurel, his mother. Like carries so much weight, and I think on the bad side of it though, it does just like you feel that sacrifice when he has to say goodbye to Jor-El because he made a mistake, and so his mistake had cost to it, which I love that. I loved it at that moment. And then they just go back on it. So the ending was like, yeah. I'm not sure I would have had the ending. But for some reason, the movie in a general sense, I just really enjoyed it. I was like, oh my, like, so good. And then I love the Lois shooting him scene. It's so freaking good.
I thought it was great. I thought it was great.
Because it's like, it goes 2 points, like Lois shoots him. And he's like, I know at one point he should have been like, what? There's no blank. There's nothing here. I would chalk that up to him just continuing on this facade.
It's the
Like
charade,
he was,
yeah.
he was stuck in the charade. And then Lois being like, "It's a blank," and him being like, like it shows that what the lengths Lois would go to while also still being smart about it. Like it's pitting Lois and Superman against it's pitting them against each other in a more friendly, dynamic way. Lois being like, I know I'm not crazy, and I'm a freaking investigative reporter. Like, I know what I know my hunches.
Donner cut
Okay.
Lois is pretty good Lois.
Okay, but now, defend Lois jumping out the building. Defend Lois jumping out of like 50
I love
stories.
it. I think that's better than the laser branch thing. I'm sorry. I think
It
it's
is
better.
to me, it's way better than the Niagara Falls thing. Was like it was on the side of, for some reason, it felt more cartoony.
Can I tell a
than
stupid
something out of-
story about why I think the Niagara Falls one is bad? It's a dumb story. But on my honeymoon, we went whitewater rafting. It was like higher level stuff too. And I'm not a high level. I'm not an extreme sport guy. But it's in Costa Rica. It's pretty. Like I fell out of the raft and I floated like probably a quarter mile before they could get to a place where they could get me. I was just like floating in dangerous rapids, right? I was like, I survived that. I'm not worried about Lois. Anything could have saved her. But jumping out of a building, John, jumping out of a building, only Superman.
But he lived and then didn't even like think that Superman saved her. No, this is not Batman Returns where we've already established stupid and falling out and cats bring us back to life through Egyptian magic. No, like no.
No,
Yeah.
I'm with
And
Chris.
and
I
again,
love
I
it. And I think I can defend the bullet scene. You made a good point that I didn't think about of like in the previous film, you know, Clark gets shot and he knows how to feel it and catch it and play act it. But like here in the heat of that moment with the gun, I just have an easy time writing it up to like he's so focused on Lois and he's Superman. He just assumes he didn't feel that bullet. You know what I mean?
He's keeping up with the Flash and like the Zack Snyder stuff, right? Like when the Flash is coming around and like he can catch him like in the Speed Force.
It's important to note
Different.
that these are different Supermans with different
No,
power
because
scale.
he caught the bullet in the previous movie, so like it's not like it is that he has that speed and that capability to see the bullet probably moving in slow mo. Like it's just okay.
But he's so focused on Lois. He's so nervous right now that Lois has him.
Let's go back then to defending him sleeping with Lois without taking his powers away.
It's always about sex with you, isn't it, John?
Let's get back to that. What you say about it? The laser what?
I'm fully on board with that part being dumb. Fully on board with it.
I didn't even notice that it was flip flopped, but I'm absolutely agreeing that part is that whole sequence is the crappiest part of both twos. That whole sequence.
Yeah. But for some reason, Donner makes it work better.
I see Donner's vision better. I get it.
Like, and I don't even mind the scenes where I can see the strings, right? Like, but I don't pull at them. I'm like, I see them, but I'll just let them. I will turn that off my brain because there's one that shooting scene takes place in like a room that is clearly not like that was like I think they were
Just
I think that was technically I think that shooting scene was technically like a test shot.
It was. It was. Yeah.
Yeah, and so and even his hair is like different from scene to scene.
It's so much different.
I'm fine. I'll just go with it.
That's clearly
That's great.
post like Reeve losing hair.
I think it had already started. Yeah.
Yep. But
Alopecia, but let's not talk about that because people will be getting slapped around.
I'm saying all this stuff, and it's an upsetting John. But John, remember that's my number 8, and just like I say all that mean stuff about Superman 2025. But Chris, remember that's my 5. So I feel like I'm stirring the pot, and I don't have a valid ranking to back it up. Chris, does that put us at your number 4?
My number 4, yes. My number 4. It's funny because this one we didn't. My number 4 is BVS. It is Batman versus Superman, and it's really interesting because it's funny. This is a movie that we didn't split up. the director's the extended cut versus the other cut. I don't think they're that much different. And honestly, I might be the.
There is no theatrical cut. Ultimate only. Don't watch it any other way. Theatrical does not exist. Look at this vein. Look at this vein. It does not exist.
Me and John are so freaking different sometimes.
I did watch the
I'm on the
Ultimate Cut,
mind.
just for the record. I only watched the Ultimate Cut, not really for a reason other than that, I don't know, somebody, maybe it was John, said it was better at some point.
I don't like I don't like the Ultimate Cut.
What even is the difference? What was the differences? I didn't notice.
This is the difference. It's 30 minutes longer and it's slightly more bloody. That is the main difference.
It flushes it out. No, it flushes out Lex Luthor's plans a little bit more. It allows things to breathe a little bit better. Like you get a better overall picture because there's a lot of moving parts. It's overly complicated, but it brings you along with it.
To me, I got the story. Got the story just fine. I understood. I didn't need any other further explanation. I understand why all this stuff was cut out. You add 30 minutes from an already long movie. Like, honestly, to me, it didn't add much to it. It just made the movie longer. My complaint about the movie at 2 hours and 30 minutes is that it's too long. And then it added 30 minutes to it. Also, Batman is near and dear to my heart, as you can see everything. And Batman in this movie, I think it's really bad writing with Batman. And I don't say that just in the sense of because he kills and stuff. I'm not going to hold the movie to that standard of calling it bad writing because I don't like my Batman to kill so indiscriminately the way that he does in BVS. I get Batman has killed in various movies. The only movie he doesn't kill in is in the Batman. He kills in Batman Begins. He kills in Batman Begins in the sense of like Ra's al Ghul, like I don't have to kill you. I'm not going to save you either, which that's a moral gray area. Other than that, to me, he doesn't really kill. He killed Harvey Dent because to me, there's context around killing some areas. Keaton Batman killed a few times, but they were just a few times. He put the bomb in the guy's pants and put him down a drain hole.
That was funny.
He used the Batmobile to just
incinerate that guy.
And then he turned the Batmobile around, incinerate that guy. Those I didn't like, but those are like 3. Batman and Batman v Superman is just like, I'm killing everybody. Just he doesn't give a crap. He's just killing them all. And again, I say this to say that me personally, subjectively, I don't like that. That's not my Batman. Objectively, I think it's bad writing, not because he's killing people, but because his whole thing is like, I gotta kill Superman. He's not a human. Part of that line is like, he's not a human. He's a threat. I can kill him because of that. He doesn't see him as a human. Who cares? You've already killed dozens, hundreds of humans. Like, it would have been better writing if he had a no-kill rule and he held himself to that. Didn't kill anybody. But he's like, I'm going to kill Superman because Superman is not a human. I can kill him. And then in the movie, of course, he says Martha and stuff, and he realizes like, oh, he is more human than I thought he was. Like, we share something. That would have been better writing than him just indiscriminately killing people.
I can get on board with that.
But again, there's a ton of context that goes with that, right? He's been through Harvey Dent. He's lost Robin, right? Like, he's been through all of this stuff. Like, he has a line when he's talking to Alfred. He's like, 20 years in Gotham, Alfred. How many heroes are left? How many stayed that way? Like, he has only seen time and time again corruption, loss, pain. He cannot risk Superman becoming evil. I completely understand at that level of losing your mind, at that level of insanity in his own mind. I can see how he got there.
No, I get how he came to the conclusion of I got to kill Superman, but they made it seem like him killing Superman was a big deal, like him crossing that line.
Because
Also, one thing that I hate.
That's why it's palatable.
Also, one thing that I hate in the movie is Clark Kent. The one thing they added to the Ultimate Cut is like Clark Kent investigating Batman and stuff, being like, oh, he's brandishing people now. Like, who cares if you're brandishing people? You're killing people. brandishing, that's nothing. Also, I don't care about this sex trafficker guy and his wife, who's like Clark Kent goes up to his wife. I'm like, why are you trying to make me think about this sex trafficker guy? I don't care. Or this human. He might have been sex trafficker. He was a human trafficker. And again,
But
the whole Batman's brandishing people, huh?
He said that was a death sentence, though. If they get that, they get killed in jail. So if you don't care about that guy who was convicted and whatnot, right, or handed over by Batman, then what's the difference between Batman chasing down guys that are stealing stuff, going to hurt somebody, and killing them there? There's no difference.
No, I was saying I don't care about Clark Kent trying to make me care about that character.
Fair enough.
Of like, he put a brandish on him. And to me, everyone's in there because of Batman. Like, Batman has put so many people in there. Who cares if he's brandishes? Like, all of you have teeth knocked out by Batman. It's that part was so freaking weak to me.
I think you needed it to give Superman a little bit of reason to want to fight Batman, as Batman's the bad guy and he needs to stop him. I think that's
it's humanizing in like a petty, like a silly petty way, right? Like in a Facebook politics way, it's sort of a hypocritical and petty.
If Batman never kills, and now he's starting to cross the line of brandishing people and more torture or whatever, then that would make more sense that he's investigating. Like, Superman seems to be investigating just Batman brandishing people. And it's like, well, Batman has killed a bunch of people. Like, why? That's not brought up, but they're focused on this brandishing thing.
Right.
Because he's killing bad
and then
people.
But he's focused on the brandishing thing. That guy was bad. The whole Batman's brandish people now. Oh, he's real angry now. He's been killing people. Anyway, and also the first half of the movie. To me, the movie doesn't really pick up until the Batman versus Superman fight. Yeah. And then that's like the last third of the movie. Like, there's no action in the movie. And the thing is, I make it sound like I don't like the movie. It's just I don't like it as much as I did before. Every watching of it kind of gets a little bit lower. And the other thing I'm talking about lots of stuff I don't like. But Superman dying carried little weight to me, because they should have, if I was to rewrite that movie, I would show a scene in the first half that showed Superman maybe saving an airplane crash or saving a runaway train or something, and then crowds of people adore him and stuff. Not like the whole like, oh, holy spiritual, praising him type of stuff, but like joyously liking Superman. That way, at the end of the movie, where he's dead, people can really feel like they lost something. But because they only painted him as like this mythological figure, either to be like worshipped, at the end of the movie, I didn't feel like people lost something. And so, things I did like about the movie: great action. Wonder Woman's great. Love freaking. She's for some. Well, I get what she's. Oh my gosh.
Amy Adams?
Why am I blanking on her name?
Gal?
No, not Amy Adams. Gal Gadot. She's great as Wonder Woman.
Perfect pick.
Terrific. Back to the negative. Doomsday could have been better. Like, Zack Snyder does a great job usually at bringing stuff to life, and for some reason Doomsday just didn't nail it with Doomsday.
He just made Zod Bizarro.
Yeah. Doomsday felt a little too... Chris, I'm going to just cut in here that 4 is my... BVS is my number 4 as well. Doomsday, it felt just like a little bit too afterthought-y, almost, I guess, was my qualm with Doomsday. Yeah. Also, you know what? Chris, I basically agree with everything you said about BVS. The good, the bad. It's in my top 4. I enjoy it more than I thought I would from like recent memory, and probably closer to where like seeing it in theaters and leaving the theater, probably to that level. Like, I kind of have a roller coaster with this one, but I enjoyed it more than I thought. And I agree with almost every single thing you said, with the one exception of you, as we mentioned earlier, you seem to prefer a good origin story. I like I like getting a grumpy Batman vibe, man. I like 20 years in, kind of fed up with people's crap Batman, and I think that lends itself well to this story. Even though what you said would still be true of like if this was the straw that broke the camel's back, that Batman's like, nope, I got to kill this guy, right? That would make that much more impact. Even though that's true, I do like grumpy Ben Affleck Batman. So BVS, my 4, and I didn't expect it to be. It was a pleasant surprise. I did watch the ultimate cut. I have no idea what the differences are because I haven't seen the previous cut in a long time.
And then I had a lot of negative there, but and maybe I'm just negative because my most recent rewatch of the ultimate, my most recent watch included the ultimate cut, and it just struck me wronger than it should have probably. So the original cut, I would watch that again and just watch that. Never watch ultimate cut again in my life. But I like so much stuff in the movie, despite the things I don't like.
And it is a long. It's already a long movie. The ultimate cut is a long movie.
Oh, warehouse fight scene.
Best.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Yep.
Yes. I won't hear an argument for a better Batman fight scene. There has not been.
Him versus Bane to me is a better fight scene because it carries way more theatrical weight.
Okay.
If we're talking choreography, sure, I'll give you choreography. If I'm talking about theatrical weight to it, Bane with his one-liners like, "Oh, you think darkness is your ally?" Like, oh my gosh, so great.
You mean Bane that's eye level with my Batman? No.
Bane versus Batman, to me, I love the Martha rescue scene. It's great. It's like I said, the choreography. It was like watching the Arkham games. Like the moves he were doing were straight out of those games. Like I said, best Batman fight choreography ever. To me, I think this thing gets overhyped. People are like, "Oh, this is one of the best Batman moments." And I'm like,
Batman. I think it gets overhyped. I feel like people still kind of crap on this one too much.
No, I mean that specific scene.
Just the scene itself. Okay.
Yeah.
There is a scene when he grabs the box with the bat gun or whatever, and like he throws it, and it kind of feels a little rubbery and wrong weight physics wise. That bugs me. But other than that, oh my god, that scene's so good.
It's a great scene. Great scene.
Best ever. I don't even care. Best bat suit. Yeah,
John.
I'm sure we.
John, is this your number 4 too, just by chance?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, we don't have to cut that. I just was curious if we all had a match. What a random match that would have been too.
Well, actually, let me just speed through real quick because we've talked about this movie ad nauseum. So that would be my number 4. Would be Superman Dose Lester cut. Now, we've talked about it. I think it's better just because it flows, because that's how it was put together. I think sleeping with Lois is stupid with your powers. Why would you get rid of him? I think falling out the building is stupid. The gun is stupider. Like, there's just so many stupider moments, like the scene where the guy falls over in the phone booth and he's still talking. That's extra dumb, and that's in this cut. But overall, it's just better when it comes off of the movie 78, which it has to. It's Superman 2. And everything matters more because it all stays consistent throughout the movie, where at the end of Donner, it just gets erased and nothing matters. Like he still has those experiences, but nothing changed. Like, it still goes back. He still gets the crystal again. Nothing really happened. So it's just kind of a waste. I mean, and it doesn't carry the same weight as The Flash, where it's like, again, as somebody that's lost a parent, when you see him say goodbye to his mother and he would give anything, including he has to, like, he dies himself, like, that lands in The Flash. Spoilers. Sorry. But, like, it doesn't land in the Donner cut. So it's Superman 2. It's just better. Like, there's dumb stuff in it. It should have been better. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I would have loved to see what the true version would have been, but no. My number 4 is Superman 2, theatrical.
Surprise.
One thing we haven't mentioned yet between the Donner cut and Superman 2 is General Zod. Like, he was great.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to mention that. Terrence Stamp. Yeah, RP. I would say this. The Donner cut, to me, handles those final scenes much better. Like, because to me, like the Superman 2 goes like fight scene in Metropolis, then they go to the Fortress of Solitude, have more fight scene, and then the whole, throwing the emblem and weird clone powers and stuff. Well,
Yeah,
I think
only because he's in the Fortress of Solitude and with like AI and stuff like that, I'll buy some of that dumb stuff.
okay, yeah, that contextualizes a little more. But I think the Darnica handles that better. One thing, just by cutting it out,
Just
and they kind of go straight
yeah.
to the, and they go straight to the like the you know taking away the powers and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
No,
so, man.
real quick, and let me just jump off that because we were right there. My number 3 is Batman v Superman
Absolutely.
Ultimate Cut. The only way to watch the movie. I want to talk about something that you guys didn't touch. I kept my mouth shut thinking you guys couldn't. There's no way you wouldn't talk about it. It's amazing you didn't talk about it. If I would have lost good money on this, like no parlay, nothing, I'd have lost money. Dude, you guys didn't once say anything about Jesse Eisenberg's take on Lex Luthor.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
no, I'm getting
That's
there.
go.
That's why, but you did yours. All right, you both went through it and you didn't touch it. Like that's crazy. Like I
that's
love that
that's
the scene when he's up on the roof, cross-legged, and Superman. He's like, now God kneels before me, right? Like he's got the pictures of Martha, and he's got the clock, and he. I love that monologue and that villainous. I love Jesse Eisenberg in this movie. I think he's great.
I think that this Luthor is written, that's very important, is written the best Luthor of maybe any of these movies. I hate Jesse Eisenberg being the guy putting it into reality. I think the dialogue and the way it's written is great. I don't buy Eisenberg as a guy. I think he's trying really hard to make it quirky and Joker like, and I hate it. But I think it's well written. I think it's a engaging villain construction.
I I am. I think half the time he's great. And I'm like, he's doing some great acting. He is like, especially those times you talked about, those scenes you talked about, John, of like now God bends to me. That's one thing. That's a great line.
But that's great
Um,
writing. I mean, not that he can't
Yeah,
also
I think
deliver it.
I think
Not that he can't deliver it great, but that's great writing.
well, his
I think
music too. That dun, like when he's walking through the halls and coming off the helicopter, he's
yeah,
got a great he's got great music. Oh, so good.
he does.
But again, that's not
But
Jesse Eisenberg writing that music.
I just think it all fits. I think
It
it
does.
fits in the
That's my
universe.
point, though. It's a good Luthor, other than the actual actor portrayal part.
I do think he does a great job some of the scenes. And there's other scenes I'm like, I blame Zach.
Okay.
Like
Same.
Zack Snyder should have been like, no, I don't like that.
Can you
Let's play it
chill
this
on
way.
that one just a little bit?
Like,
It's
like
cherry.
some of them, some of it was too, yeah, the Jolly Rancher scene. Why is that in there? Just cut it.
Yep.
Like, give me the cut without that in it. It'll increase the movie by half a point. And there's other like comical scenes, but I am convinced he would have made a better Riddler than a Lex Luthor.
I can get on board with that.
But again, the cherry on top, the thing that always puts it in a nice little bow and makes me so happy, is that this is not Lex Luthor. This is Lex Luthor Jr.
Mm-hmm.
This is a man that was tortured, tormented by the Lex Luthor we want to see. So we're getting a byproduct of that childhood, nature versus nurture. So we're getting his own character. And so in his own character, I just love what we got. And then I would have loved to see what the true Lex Luthor would have been. I don't know. I always just I just love seeing the byproduct of that evil character, I guess.
I love the
I mean, to me,
that's what made it maybe a better film than I remembered, was like the construction of him as a villain in this film and his motives and his means. Is like finally I've got a Luthor that feels really good and fleshed out and how I would maybe expect it to feel. I don't like Jesse's portrayal.
All right.
Chris, I want to
That was
give
my number 2.
Chris, I want to give my I want to give my 3 last and my 2 first. So would you give your 3 right now?
Sure. My 3 is Zack Snyder's Justice League. It is it is one of these most overindulgent movies.
Hmm.
It absolutely is. And for some reason it works in this film. Also, there is, this movie is like 4 hours long. There is, I am positive, a 3-hour cut of this movie that's perfect.
Mhm.
Like, give me a 3-hour cut of this movie, and I would watch it so many times. Zack Snyder did such a great job. One thing, he's visually one of the best directors ever. A couple call outs. One, Cyborg. What the heck was Josh Whedon doing? He cut out all of that. Like, Cyborg is so good in this movie. And I told Shawn about this, that like Cyborg,
what Josh
like, so Cyborg started off in the comic books part of the Teen Titans in like the 1970s, and then it wasn't until 2011 that they rebooted the universe with the New 52. That's when I started reading comic books. He was a founding member of the Justice League in this universe, and even in those stories, fans and myself included felt like Cyborg belonged here. Like, it doesn't feel like he is up to the level of the Justice League. Like, he wasn't even written kind of to that level. Like, he felt like it was he just felt like all right, just bring in the other more so founding members of the Justice League. But Zack Snyder's Justice League made me feel like, oh, this is some of the best Cyborg stuff ever. One, that you get a sense of his power, that he has control over everything electronic in the world. He can do whatever he wants. And that scene where he's playing the recording, his father and stuff, and he goes through and he checks bank accounts and stuff. He puts money in that woman's bank account. So freaking good. Like, Cyborg is so good in this movie. It's a crime what Josh Whedon did. What else was so great? Oh my gosh. I am not part of the Restore Snyderverse crowd. Let it die.
Yeah, let's move on. Turn the page in general.
We haven't even talked about 25 in your list yet, which is insane.
That's ridiculous, Chris. It's ridiculous.
Let the Snyderverse die. But Darkseid looks so freaking cool. Like, Darkseid, man. And then the fight of the flashback fight. And I don't know if Joss Whedon had this in his movie. I think he did, but I think he did, but just wasn't as good. Of like the old gods. So you had Zeus, Ares, a Green Lantern from somewhere. You had the Atlanteans, the first king of Atlantis, all fighting Darkseid's forces and the parademons. That scene is freaking great and epic. Loved it. So Zack Snyder really did his thing with that movie. When I watch the movie, I just kind of stop it. I just stop it after Martian Manhunter talks to Batman. Which, one side note, I would just take out Martian Manhunter. All that stuff is stupid to me. When he disguises himself as Martha Kent,
it's unnecessary.
When it's like, it's like, oh, he was the general the whole time. Well, why didn't you help out? Like,
Green Lantern was supposed to be that character that came in at the end.
Yeah. I just wouldn't have done it. But I end the movie at Martian Manhunter talking to Bruce Wayne, because then it goes into the nightmare scene, and I think that's so freaking dumb. I just think it's...
You don't think it dumb, Chris.
I think
dumb.
I think Batman being like, and I promise, Joker, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you. And I'm like why are you doing this to Batman? Like, just stop. Again, I am more so a Batman purist, and also just that universe, and that Joker didn't do anything for me. It was just, anyway, I love the movie. I just don't watch that like I said, there's a 3-hour cut of this. Better than what?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Can I just say no to both? Can I just say nee?
No, I think the first Joker movie, I think it's great. I think the first Joker... I would also say, though, that I don't consider that Joker.
It's not. That's why when I reviewed it back in the day, that's why I said it's not Joker. 66 Batman would wipe the floor with this Joker. Like it was to put asses in seats. It stole from better movies in the past. It was a joke.
All movies do.
If you've seen Joker, it confirms everything I hated about the movie, which makes me love Joker too. But it's not a good movie. But
there are parts of Joker. The stuff I like about Joker 2 is that, I'm starting to forget what I liked about it. Because it holds him accountable. That's what I like about it. Like that court scene, those court scenes and stuff, I love. But most of the movie felt like, what are we doing here? But yeah, I mean, you're right. The writer went to WB, was like, I got this movie. They're like, why don't you just make him Joker? He was like, okay. I'll make him Joker. And they made $1 billion. So
yeah, but the second one pooped the bed. But yeah,
I mean, average out, still lots of profit.
So my number.
All right, that's my number 3.
So my number 3 is Justice League Snyder Cut. Everything Chris said. Chris, the best thing you said, in my opinion, that sums it up is there's a 3-hour movie, a 3-hour version that is like an A movie, like a 9.3 out of 10 movie at 3 hours in here somewhere. It's in there. Ditto to what you said. I'll kind of go into just a whole lot of extra detail.
I wonder if I can guess the remaining ones, because I have the spreadsheet open and I see which ones haven't been selected. But never mind, I'll just let you keep going.
Well, that's
in my head. I'll keep it in my head.
I wanted to do my number 2 first, just because it's probably the oddball here, and I thought Superman Returns was great. Take this in the vacuum. Take this in the vacuum of disconnected from the other surrounding movies. I don't give Superman 1 or 2 any like more credit or discredit for being related to each other, right? Just each movie is in its own vacuum, and that's important to me. And if I look back at this list and I ask myself which movies I would just enjoy sitting down and just watching that movie, and Superman Returns is my number 2. I had a lot of fun. Kevin Spacey was like the actor that my brain wants Lex Luthor to be. Generally liked the plot. Chris, I've accepted that Superman is anatomically similar enough to humans that he can have sex with Lois Lane and have a baby. I'm fine with that.
He has 2 heads.
Why not? So that's it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite plot point, but it didn't bug me at all. I'm not a ships guy, but I thought this played the ship's cart well. Like, yeah, Superman disappeared for 5 years. Lois Lane would move on and she'd find somebody else. And that guy was pretty nice. She'd find another decent dude. So no, I just, in a nutshell, if you asked me today, hey Shawn, which Superman movies you gonna watch? There'd be 2 answers, and this is my number 2, Superman Returns.
That's crazy. Our lists are crazy. Yeah. That's wild.
That is.
Chris, whose list out there would ever have Superman Returns as number 2? Like,
but don't look at it as the black sheep, because that instantly means you're comparing it to like you have like these preconceived expectations. Like, no, just by itself, just put it on the telly. What do you? But
again, it's all this is built on an IP, right? Like you have Superman 1, it builds to Superman 2. You have Man of Steel to Batman vs Superman. It's an IP. It does build on each other. Now, diminishing returns, try my patience, but like it doesn't build on a whole lot. It doesn't really connect to Donner. It doesn't go forward. It's just like stuck in this thing. There's not really a phenomenal fight scene. Like, I don't know. I respect it. I'm happy for it, but
it just doesn't bother me. Even the fight scenes, it really isn't great fight scenes, but there's good action in it. It's not fight. It's not traditionally throwing punches, but there's good action in here that I dig. But yeah, it just doesn't bug me that it's out of place, because just as its own flick, it's a pretty good flick.
I heard something similar to this, where like somebody was talking about Star Trek, and they were talking about how most people hate Star Trek 1, the motion picture, and love The Wrath of Khan. It's interesting that I heard somebody that was like a diehard Star Trek fan, and he was talking about how he loves the first movie because it's more in the spirit, the soul of Star Trek, like that exploring and like building and like characters. Like, so I was like, in that light, I really respected it. But God dang, that movie's terrible. But anyway,
But the spirit's underneath there. I know I threw off
I
the order with my number two, so whichever you feels like making the splash with your number two.
I can't do this, man. Like, you haven't said 25. Like, it's hurt. This
Chris,
is
go next so you can say 25 already. Oh my god, it's
it's
killing.
not number one. It can't be.
It's not.
My number two is
Shut up.
Superman 2025.
I knew
Okay.
that Chris would never ever replace Man of Steel at the top.
That's wild.
I knew he wouldn't.
God.
Number two, Superman 2025. I'll go through and explain, but in general, this is the most Superman movie. Like, this is the Superman that I've watched, and this is to me, this is the absolute closest thing I've ever watched compared to Superman I read in comic books, Superman I've watched on Superman the animated series, Superman from the Justice League, Superman in the various animated movies I've watched. It is the closest thing. To me, this is quintessential Superman. Whether it's this is how it is reading a Superman comic book. It's crazy. Like, it's outlandish things happen. Fighting a kaiju happens. This world is full of different things. It's the whole, universe. It is the most it is probably the most comic accurate movie I've ever seen. And again, I've said that before, for better or worse. If you're a comic book person, which a lot of people are, I probably agree with it. Like, yeah, this movie is so freaking comic booky, and I freaking love it. It's unabashedly comic movie. Like, we spent so many years where people are like, oh, well, it's based off of comic books. We don't want to do a 1-for-1 translation. We want to put them in black leather stuff, or no, we can't add that. That's goofy. Like, no, crypto is part of the Superman lore. Like, that is part of Superman's story. Superman robots, that's part of Superman's story. Him having friends with superpowers and stuff, that is the Superman story. Like, it gets Superman so right. Like, where, on so many different levels, on strength, on power, on action, it gets it right. So that's stuff that Reeves was missing. It gets the emotion, it gets what Superman really is underneath. And that's what, like, Henry Cavill's stuff was missed for. I don't want to say that in a general sense, because I think people oversay that, like he was missing stuff, but he was missing some of it. There's a certain joy in the Superman and smile when he saves people. He's just not saving them out of nowhere and then dropping them off. He's sitting with them for a while, saying, "Hey, breathe, you're good," and stuff. Like, all right, like he cares about people. I told this to Shawn before, like, Superman's weakness to me isn't kryptonite. It's not being able to save everyone. Not being able, even when he's in powers and stuff, where, like, he cries. Superman loves humanity. He loves people. Like, when Superman has him captured, when Lex Luthor has him captured and he kills that street vendor, like, Superman is weeping. He's like, he had a name. Like, his name, I don't remember his name, but like his name was so and so. I was about to try to come up with a name, but it might have sounded offensive. His name was so and so. Like, he had a name. And even at the end of the movie, like, when they're reading the Daily Planet, the front page paper or the back of the page paper is like, local hero dies, written by Clark Kent. He's talking about that vendor. Like, Superman cares so hard. And then I'll continue to talk about the great things about this movie. The end there, to me, the best part of this movie is when him and Lex are arguing after all the action and stuff is done. And he's like, no, Lex, that's what you get it wrong about me. Like, I go through all these things. I worry about myself. I don't know what I'm doing. But every day I try and be the best person I can, and that's what makes me human. And the better part is that, and for the sake of the world, I hope you realize it's the best. It could be the best part of you too. That is so Superman. Superman, just like Batman in a sense, he's not just for saving the day. He's for making a better tomorrow. He sees the best in people. He sees, you can be better than what you are. I know you can, and I still don't like you kill people. You're a terrible human being, but I'm still going to try and strive and see the best in you and see the best in humanity.
That's a really
Chef's kiss.
yeah.
It's the best rendition of super. If I want to get a sense of I want to watch Superman, I turn that on.
It's a really
I mean,
nice
it's a
speech, Chris, but man, that comic book rightness to people who don't like comics is
Good.
hard
Good. I'm
hard
glad.
to keep
We've
up
been
with.
making too many movies for non-believers. This movie's for us.
This movie was made for the TikTok generation that couldn't sit still for 3 seconds without something happening. Like this movie,
Mhm.
the TikTok generation movie. Like I'm sorry, but it just yeah, it didn't have time to establish anything. The only person that gets any character.
Well, Superman 1 was made for geezers who need something to fall asleep to.
I'd rather fall asleep to a good movie than have to pain sufferingly like my eyes stapled to my forehead just to like my eyelids like to watch this again. I fall asleep today trying to watch it. It's so bad. It's
Superman 1. Oh, watch me lift this rocket ship.
the Earth's crust. He's holding up the Earth's crust.
It's true. He's like holding two giant tectonic plates apart, really. You know.
This movie. Like I did love that he was like, "Look, I'm on the side of life. Like people were gonna die, and I could do something about it."
I like.
I did
People
like
were
that.
going to die.
I like that.
I did not like them arguing when they were 16. Like I remember arguing like that when I was 16. Like this is a 30-year-old Superman, and he's acting like he's 4. Again, Christopher Reeve spent 10 years or whatever, 10 to 12 years in the Fortress of Solitude, learning and studying after he graduated high school. Like he is already ready to go when he's out being Superman, not fumbling around trying to figure it out. He already knows what to say and how to say it. Like
Yeah, that's that
like,
Superman.
oh,
Man of Steel Superman came out. He didn't know what he was doing. He just learned how to fly.
Your Superman just goes and watches like little videos of his mom and dad and cries every day. Learns nothing from all that AI technology.
Hey,
My Superman,
give me a Superman who's emotional and understands, who's emotionally intelligent, who understands how he's feeling, or tries to understand how he's feeling at least, and connects with people in that way. Like also he has one thing about Superman is that he affects people. Like he gets people to act the way he got Justice Game to act, the way he got Metamorpho to act. Like he inspires people to be better. That's what Superman is. More than the punches, more than any of that, it's inspiring people.
and you know what's inspiring? You got 3 metahumans in the middle of New York, and you got New Yorkers coming down to fight him. My Superman inspires too. Okay, I feel attacked. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
I know we were both.
I
What else was like the movie that? I love Crypto. I thought he was great. I understand if people are like, oh, there's a lot of crypto. To me, it wasn't that much crypto. Oh, one thing, Mr. Terrific, absolutely love Mr. Terrific. After watching that movie, I was really like, man, like I've always liked Mr. Terrific, but I always forget that. It's funny, Mr. Terrific is known as the world's 3rd smartest man, but he just like says that. He just lets people believe that when really he's probably the world's smartest man. It's funny, there was an episode of the Justice League cartoon where this villain was gathered all the smartest people in the world because he wanted to like take over their bodies and whatever. And like Batman is there, Luthor is there, Mr. Terrific is there, other people are there. And Terrific loses like one round of the competition. And then but he lost it on purpose so he can figure out like who's doing what. He can figure out how to defeat the villain. And at the end of it, he ends up being the one who did all the outsmarting. And the villain is like, oh, I'm surprised you're only the world's 3rd smartest man. How did you beat me? He was like, I think those lists are often like arbitrary, but also who do you think made the list? Like he's smart enough to put himself on as 3rd just to like get a little bit of heat off of him. And there's this other great scene in Injustice where Superman takes over the world because Lois Lane was killed and she was pregnant. And Mr. Terrific, Superman imprisons all the good guys who's against him. And he imprisons Mr. Terrific. And Batman has Plastic Man break Mr. Terrific out of prison. And then Mr. Terrific is like, all right, what's Batman's plan? And then Plastic Man then says to him, Batman said you would have a plan. And whatever your plan was, to do that plan. Because Batman believes in Mr. Terrific so much that he's like, hey. It's why one of those things, because Batman is always like the world's smartest person. And people are like, Batman's so smart that he let other people do the work.
Kind of a sign of a good leader too, is like, hey, I trust him. Like, he'll know what to do. Let him do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let him cook. Yeah. He was okay. I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. But again, other than Mr. Metamorpho Elemental, whatever, like, he's the only one who got character development. I don't know. Hopefully things get better. I'm glad people like it because we're going to get more of it. And there's no more derailing. Stop rebooting. I'll go down with this shit, please. No more.
I think it's so the next movie. So reason why I also sorry, I feel like I'm talking a lot. I don't like hearing myself talk too much. One of the reasons why I like that last scene of Superman being like of reaching out of kind of a little bit of olive branch to Les Luthor being like, if for the sake of the world, I hope you can see that humanity is your greatest strength. Also, the next movie was already announced. It's going to be called Man of Tomorrow. It comes out in 2 years. James Gunn already wrote it. They're going to start filming it in April of next year, and it's going to be like Superman and Les Luthor teaming up. And lots of people think it's going to be against Brainiac.
Ooh, that'd be good. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that then, because I can't wait to see Brainiac on the big screen. Yeah, I don't care. I just give it to me. Again, I'm going down with this shit. So even if I don't like it, I don't care. No more reboots. Snyderverse, let's go. But so you're telling me so it'll be out before the Batman 2, right?
It will be, which is crazy. I don't know what they're doing. Every week, I think they're going to merge, and then I think maybe they won't merge. I see the pros and cons of both.
There's no way they come out with the Batman 2. I'm telling you right now, they're just biding their time. They're going to cancel it. Clayface is not happening. They're going to cancel it.
Clayface is filming right now.
Well, so is Batgirl. Where is that?
That's a different thing. Okay. I get what you're saying, but they'll come out with it. And I think the Batman 2 right now is set to film in next April. Like the script is done. They've been talking about. There's been leaks about it. Not leaks, but there's been like rumors that it's going to involve the Court of Owls, which is a Batman villain. One of the best modern Batman stories is about the Court of Owls. It's like the secret society that's been running Gotham, and Bruce didn't know about it.
It was good. The show Gotham.
Gotham made it look. It was fine in Gotham, but it's so much better than what Gotham had.
Sure. Yeah, Gotham was watered down and everything, but it was stylized in some ways that I liked. But
yeah.
All right, Sean. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Sean, you on 1 or 2?
I gave my 2. My 2 is Superman Returns, so I think we're ready for your 2.
Okay. Yeah, my 2 is. Huh?
You're gonna say Zack Snyder's Justice League.
What? Don't you tell me my business. Is Zack Snyder's Justice League? Look, it's great. It is the best comic book movie ever put to film. Like Zack Snyder, like you said, is one of the best cinematographers. Like he knows how to shoot it. He just can't figure out how to condense it. Good Lord, like every movie.
But if he had friends, if he listened to his friends and they'd be like, "Hey, why don't you cut out everything after this?" And then he should say, "Yeah, that's a good idea."
Yeah, I mean, but like you were saying, like about Cyborg, like this is criminal what they did to him. Cyborg in this movie is what you didn't know you needed for the entire franchise. He is the Tony Stark Iron Man, where you didn't know if it was going to succeed, but like once you saw it on screen, you're like, give me more of that. Like that was Cyborg to me. Like he's interesting. It is tragic. Like all of it was just so great. Like especially for a young actor that was like wasn't in a whole lot. Like he just crushed the role. Like I don't know. I was blown away by Cyborg. And then at the end with the Flash and everything else, like Ezra did a much better job. Like It, God, it's just beautiful. The cinematography, the music, like everything. It's just so freaking long. The fight scenes, like Steppenwolf, the look of him with like the multicolored flippers things, like scales, like
Oh gosh, didn't even talk about Steppenwolf before. Look,
yeah,
so I didn't even mind his look in Whedon's cut, but man, he looks so the way it shines and shimmers. He looks so
yeah,
freaking good.
so good, dude. Like yeah, just I like the nightmare scene. I think it's good. I think the fight scene with the Flash and Superman. Superman could have been the villain of this movie. Like, you know what I mean? You could have killed off Steppenwolf.
Oh, we didn't.
Like if
Sorry,
Superman
I'm
was
interrupting you.
and Steppenwolf and just become the villain of the end or something like that. Like, I don't know.
But we already kind of did that with BVS, right? We wouldn't want that, like, that would be like a similar twist to BVS, wouldn't it? Where it's like the other guys, the good guy's the bad guy until right at the end, and then we throw in the big bad.
I guess you're probably right. Yeah. I would have liked a little bit more time with evil Superman.
Evil Superman was pretty cool. Probably my favorite parts of that movie was all in that I don't know what you call that, the 60% way through the movie and waking him up. That was probably my favorite portion of the movie, other than everything, as you mentioned, everything added with Cyborg was literally like the deal maker for this cut. That's the thing that you pitched this cut to people with.
Yeah, it's so good. It's just too long. And then the one thing terrible is the Martian Manhunter. Like that scene with Martha is terrible. Like it's so stupid. What if that conversation comes up later? She's like, I was never there. But then you got now putting her on medication. Like, what are we doing? Like
put her in an old folks home.
I'm stupid, but it's so good. It's solidified. Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman.
He needs
wow.
Yeah.
Over Keaton, huh?
Yeah, and 89 is my favorite movie of all time, but that's my favorite Batman.
Zack Snyder just needs like one trusted confidant to come in and be like, hey, this scene is stupid, and he needs to trust that person. And then for what it's worth, John, I've always said that I think that Ben Affleck strikes the best balance, especially for an older Batman, strikes the best balance of looking like a billionaire playboy and also looking like an old Batman that can still beat your ass. I've always
that maintained that. In BVS is amazing. Like he's ripped out of his mind. He's huge. He put in the work. Unlike some people, Pattinson, like lazy turd. Don't you ever take that dude's shirt off again. There's no need. Don't even come out of the bat suit. Like I can't believe they showed him shirtless. That was stupid.
He was built enough. Like what?
He looks.
I'm fine. I am fine. We are over this.
He was built enough for Nightwing.
I think Pattinson is my least favorite person to play Batman of the people playing Batman. He is the least convincing.
Clooney
as Pattinson is the least convincing to play both sides, to be a billionaire playboy and a ripped superhero, because he mostly just looks like an emo kid, and I don't like that.
Yep.
Even if I like the portrayal of. Even if I like that portrayal of Bruce Wayne in the writing and the construction, I don't like Pattinson there.
Every time I watch The Batman, I like everything in the movie more except him. I like him less and less.
He is so good. His silhouette cuts so freaking great. He does. This sounds weird. He does so much eye acting. Like you can tell he's in there and he's acting with his full range of motion and face and facial expressions, even though there's subtle things in there.
Can I say something insensitive?
Fire away.
All right. The same way I cannot stand Christian Bale's lisp. Not trying to be mean. He just gave up after Batman Begins. You can see it in his acting. He went from like like he has an accent and that's pretty much gone, right? And then his lisp is pretty much gone in Batman Begins, and then it gets worse and worse. Robert Pattinson's chin and baby teeth, I can't do it.
Those teeth are strange. I can't describe what it is about him. They're weird.
I've never thought about that at all.
It rips me right on the Batman. Can't do it. Same way if you were to say like Ben Affleck's butt chin thing, if that throws you out of it, I'd get it. It doesn't for me, but I probably get
That
it.
doesn't. No, that doesn't do anything.
I
for
dig
me.
I dig my Batman with
only-
the butt chin.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
You do.
I'll say.
I don't know.
I mean, as
Anyway.
awful, as awful as I hate that movie, it's like I don't even know how to like blame George Clooney because first of all, you never see him shirtless, right? It just always in the
Yeah.
just the bat nips is all you take away from his appearance, and then he's almost
Yeah.
completely forgettable as Batman.
I am positive that Pattinson got bigger than Eaton and Kilmer and Clooney.
No, Kilmer.
They
No,
just
Kilmer
didn't show
was
that.
good. That was good size Kilmer.
Maybe it was.
It was okay.
Not Tombstone
We didn't-
Kilmer. It was thick Kilmer.
But again, the bar was here. It was Adam West, which was in decent shape. And then the bar just didn't really move. But then the bar got adjusted when you had Christian Bale. And then it got moved even higher when you had Ben Affleck. And then you drop it back down
I'm
to Adam West.
fine.
You can't drop it back down.
I'm fine not stressing these actors out just for like one scene with their shirt off. They got so much padding on.
Just don't,
And
just
stuff,
don't
it's
put that
like, I
scene
don't-
in there. That's all. Just skip that scene.
He is in peak
Now,
physical
thing is, now you guys are having me looking up
Olympian. He's an
shirtless.
Hey, I had to Google Donner cut Lois Lane's sex question earlier, Chris. You can handle some shirtless Pattinson.
Pattinson shirtless.
Where even are we in this? John,
The Batman. What's
John, tell
number
us your
one?
number. You know what? No, let me and Chris do our number ones first because you're our guest, and Chris's and I, mine are not unique. Chris, you go first, and then I'm gonna say ditto with a few amendments, and then John can go.
Well, hold on. I want
Mine-
to hear about the shirtless thing real quick.
The
The
what?
shirtless.
Did you look it up? I want to hear what you think about him shirtless. Come on.
Oh, I was just looking up how he looks shirtless. Okay, I will say this. I don't need Batman to be fully muscular. Like, I don't need him to be built like Ben Affleck.
Does it help
He
that?
looks-
Does it help that he's younger Batman and Ben Affleck is older Batman? Like, does that help balance the scale?
Yeah. Like, most of the time, Batman isn't.
Never take him out of the suit, and I don't have a
Yeah,
problem.
just don't film that scene.
can-
Just leave it.
Don't film that scene. All right, my bad.
No, that's a fair. It's a completely fair point.
It's fine. Now I'm about to look up Kilmer. I think if I remember correctly, Kilmer was slightly.
See, I remember him.
Such weird search.
Yeah,
Batman,
don't nobody look at the search histories after this.
Kilmer.
The only one you
Sure.
can see is like after
No, no.
he's got the strap on.
Now that I'm looking at it, no, I am taking absolutely Pattinson over Kilmer.
No,
Absolutely. Now we're all about to, okay. So here is
I know that's what I was talking about. Yeah,
So there's Kilmer. Okay. Get that in your head.
yeah.
Get that in your
See,
head.
that's-
All right.
Look at his shoulders.
Looks good. Looks
Look at the chin.
looks good and toned.
Gosh,
This
why
is
this
the
so
weirdest
blurry?
episode we have ever filmed.
It is right.
Chicken wing.
And then he's
He's
a
just
little
hungry.
thicker.
He's just hungry. He just needs a cheeseburger.
John, they're
He's
either the
slightly-
same size or he's slightly bigger.
No.
They're either the same size or they're. It's not,
Cheeseburger.
There's more.
It's
There's
not
more
much
tone.
different.
There's more tone to Kilmer, man. There's more tone in there.
I think there's more tone to Kilmer. I do
bar-
agree with that. Wow,
The
what?
The bar's been raised. I'm not going back down. No. The bar has been raised. Do not go back.
Oh God, Chris, tell us about your number one favorite Superman film.
Number one Superman film. Going into Superman 2025, I was like, you know what? It's I don't need that movie to be better than this movie, and because I consider this movie one of the best superhero movies of all time. To me, it's a 10 out of 10 film. I would not change a single freaking thing about this movie. It is Man of Steel. I love it. It's so great. Gosh, just the epicness of it. I also, and again, like Shawn said before, I love a good origin story. General Zod is one of the best villains in comic books. I think I understand him. That scene where he's like, Laura, I will find him. I will find him. I will find him. And she's like, oh, and then it's like, oh man, so
I think
so
they're little
good.
Phoenix rockets.
Those things are weird. Why? Why? Why do we have penis ships? Like,
I don't know.
Unnecessary.
someone. That's the only. Okay, that's the only thing that I'm like, why Zack Snyder? Why did you have it? And I think I might have had this conversation with you, Shawn. But one time
We've
I was at a
definitely
friend's
talked
house.
about this before.
I was at a friend's house, and she has like his mom has like a table with like statues of Jesus on it, and and stuff. And there's one statue that is in the shape of a penis, like his Jesus is like this, right? He's straight up, and his hair is parted in a way, and it loops in. It's and then his shoes are like very round and stuff. And I was like, what the heck? Why is this Jesus?
Like, to the
Shaped
extent
like a
that you
penis.
firmly are wondering, is this a gag thing on purpose, and she missed it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyway. But I don't know why Zach put in Phantom Zone paws in the shape of penises. Besides that, the movie's great. Hans Zimmer score is amazing. The fighting is so good. From the Smallville fight, Feora, which I have a statue. Feora? I always confuse the two for some reason.
It's Feora.
She's so freaking good. Like, even her back and forth with the general of like, good death is its own reward. And like her fights, like she's quick. Like she's almost like the Flash quick. She's like bing, 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 bing. And like, it's good. The Smallville fight is good. I love the I wouldn't change it. I don't care if it's long. It's fine. I was about to say something that would have required a pause.
What about this?
I don't care. I don't care. That is one thing. There's a really funny meme. Have you guys seen this meme of the squirrel? There's a meme of a squirrel doing that of being like, "Don't save me. It's fine." I'll just show. It's because anyway, the Jonathan Kent thing, I've never had an issue with it. Never, because Jonathan Kent loves his son, loves him. Like, if people are wondering, like, oh well, he should have had just Clark save him, but one thing, the world wasn't ready for him. He wasn't ready. At this point, he's like 17 years old, and it's like, would you tell your son to go, hey, you need to go save the world? Not only that, but you'll probably die for the world too. Like, no father would tell his son that. Say, hey, go die for the world, unless you're freaking God. That's the only person ever that would say that. And so and he said that all throughout the movie, and he backed it up in that moment. Like, he not only talked the talk, but he walked the walk. Like, no, son, I care for you so much. I do not want you outed. You're not ready for this. It's fine. Don't save me. And Clark trusted his dad in that point. That, as a good son does. And he carries that with him. That's why he's so reluctant to find the time, the right chance to become Superman, to go out into the world.
Yep.
I'll build on it because Man of Steel was my number one as well. I'm in a much different place than Chris with it. I don't think it's the best superhero movie.
Shawn doesn't love any Superman movies.
I don't love any. This is an 8 out of 10 to me, and Justice League is an 8 out of 10, and Superman Returns is an 8 out of 10. But what I like best about this, Chris, my issues with this one mostly come with like the whole Superman is the Codex plot point nonsense. That's stupid.
He's an immigrant. He has all the hopes and dreams. He's sorry, I'm interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, well, and I mean, I know, I get the idea of what they're going for. I just think it's stupid. And I have to mention that after all the Superman movies, I'm sick of Superman saving the world, which is why maybe I like Superman Returns a little more. Is it like feels a little smaller scale. From because I'm sick of the alien invasion trope, or if that makes any sense. But what this one is, I love the character development. This is my favorite origin story
Oh
for a
wait,
superhero outside
backward.
of there it is.
That's awesome.
Outside of like
Superman 2025, directed by Zack Snyder.
outside of like Batman Begins, I put it in that like in terms of a character development. I think it does a great job. I actually I even expected to have some problems with the Papa Kent scene, but I get it. That was him making his choice in that moment. I think it's cool. So no, my issues with this film are small. They are narrative, and they don't outweigh the fact that like nope, this is the best development of a Superman in movies. It is a great job, and I do, despite not liking Alien Invasion, everything constantly. I do think Zod's great. What's his name? I should know his name. Great actor.
Michael Shannon.
Is that him? Yeah.
Michael Shannon.
Great job. Terrifying. It's
Yeah.
a great film. I enjoyed it more. I enjoyed it much more than I expected, or more than I remembered.
What's your guys' opinion on the next snap?
I never had a problem with it. I get people's to me every director is going to make a choice, and to tell the story same way that James Gunn made the choice to change up Zor-El and stuff, which I was fine with. Really, I have there's some things about that of like he can no longer he'll no longer have pride in being a Kryptonian. Like he'll never probably call himself Kal-El, which that is a valid criticism of it. But to me, Superman
away for nothing too. It just throws it away. Like it's a plot point, but now from moving forward, it's thrown like I don't know.
It's fine, and so it's not like sure people call him Kal-El often enough in the comic books, but that's never like a plot point of like, hey Superman, like because Zor-El's dead all the time. To me, it's not that big of a deal, but I get people's things about it. Oh, the neck snapping thing. Like I said, directors are going to make choices. As they should. Like you, if you're not shaking up a few things, and then it's like, well, that's sometimes you want to shake stuff up a little bit.
They did a great job of. He's like, I'm not gonna stop, and like he says, like I was born to be a warrior. I was born to lead. Like in that moment. There is no other way. There is no way out. You are in a corner. Like I always bought it. I didn't know anybody's problem with it. It fit step by step perfectly to me. I don't know.
I think there's a lot of Superman comic writers. One of the most famous Superman comic writers is Mark Waid, and he loves Superman 2025. I'll just put that out there. As do a lot of comic writers. One thing because they love James Gunn because James Gunn supports them and stuff more. No, not that he pays the bills, but that he is adamantly very supportive of comic books. Like he'll be like, "Oh, this is what I'm reading today," and it has nothing to do with a movie he's coming out with or anything. He just loves comics. Mark Waid had a lot of issues with Superman snapping Zod's neck. He's like, I understand that the writer put him in that predicament, but me as a writer, I just wouldn't have put him in that predicament.
Right.
But anyway, I have never had an issue with it because one thing it's not that Batman never kills. It's that he has that rule, and that sounds like I'm trying to have my cake and eat it too, but Superman, him snapping Zod's neck in that moment was like one thing. He's fresh, he's new Superman. He felt like he had to do it, and when he did it, his reaction wasn't boom, done. His reaction was, what did I do? And he screamed like he was physically upset with himself that he had to resort to killing Zod. And you cried. He cried in that moment. So I was perfectly fine with that. Like I said, writers are going to do things characters to put them through something, and so I was perfectly fine with him snapping Zod's neck.
Yeah, it's real fast. Just because it's something that nobody really talks about. But like again, in Superman 2, 80, you've got 3 villains. In this movie, you got like 12. Like people forget, like Lois takes out like 4 or whatever it is on the ship, right?
Yeah.
And like so like a bunch of them die, and then like so like in the beginning, he's screwed. Like he has to give up. There's no way he's coming out of it. And just the way that like again, like the senses, like we were talking earlier, like you were talking about Smallville, the senses where it shows him as a kid hiding in the closet, and then later on that plays into like Zod being dragged off, and like, and then the way like the big guy, I can't remember, but the big alien hovers over Superman, and then you have Korra with all of her good quirks and fighting skills and stuff like that. The stakes are raised to such a level. You're like, I mean, Superman's fighting an impossible battle, and I just always whenever I revisit the movie, I'm always blown away of like how much he had to overcome in this movie. Like the odds were completely stacked against him. Like, I don't know. And the fact that he loses his dad again in this movie because Jor-El's deleted in this movie. Like, so like the movie just, he loses both parents. The stakes are super, super high. This movie's just great. Like there's so many things that you just kind of take for granted in the movie. Like, again, he loses his powers when he's in the ship and all that stuff. Like, it's just so good. It's just so good. Like, Russell Crowe was a great choice.
Great Zod, yeah. That's we're in a very good agreement here. I just want to bring up the thing I think is overrated because I already mentioned that. I think Man of Steel is one of the most underrated, probably the most underrated superhero movie ever. And oftentimes when people talk about Man of Steel, they're like, oh, or Henry Cavill, like, oh, or Man of Steel, like, so dreary and down and stuff. I don't get that sense from Man of Steel. BVS does dive more into that. And so I think Man of Steel kind of gets lumped in with the BVS, with the, like, too dark Superman type of deal. To me, he's not dark at all in Man of Steel. Like, to me, the story is not that dark. The story is more hopeful and aspirational than people give it credit for.
Chris, we talked about this though, man. We talked about this. The most underrated is Zorro. Okay, like, sorry.
It's fair. That's fair.
That's underrated. Or I'll hear an argument. I was man. Like,
I would still give it to Man of Steel because so many people rate that movie low. And I'm like, what are you guys? Like, I don't think anyone rates Zorro low. It just has kind of vanished from the zeitgeist.
Why it's underrated? Wow. Nobody talks about it.
I still think it's underrated. It's just I think it's just not rated enough.
I do think.
Wow, Man of Steel has been.
I think that Zorro's scores for what are out there are generally really good. It just deserves more modern
recognition.
Yeah. Whereas I think Man of Steel's scores are very average. I want to say.
Yeah, they're kind of. They're like, I think it was high 50s on Rotten Tomatoes, maybe low 60s. Okay.
Rotten Tomatoes is a little weird. I usually veer towards, the way that Rotten Tomatoes is. I usually veer towards like Metacritic scores, balance at it. But
Metacritic.
Yeah,
Metacritic is better
just as an aggregate. But anyway, real
quick, one more thing before I go deep into number 1. Yeah, that works. That's fine. Why? Why is it that if you knew that this planet of Earth was going to make you superhuman, why didn't they go? Like, he makes a rocket ship and sends his son. They have, like, in Man of Steel, they have other ships that went to other colonies and they die off. Why wouldn't they go to Houston to rule, right? Like, why wouldn't they go to Earth to rule? I don't understand why they stayed on Krypton. Was it just a pride thing? Was it like a reservation thing, or was it like a immortal? Do they live forever there and they don't need super strength? Like, it looks like Russell Crowe had some super strength when he's like diving off the cliff and crap, but like I feel like I'm missing something from some of those movies in that aspect.
So they mentioned it when Clark talks to Zor-El for the first time, and it was more so a pride thing of like, our fate because we made mistakes on Krypton. Like our fate is tied to Krypton as well. Like it would have been. He made it seem like it would have been like either dishonorable or dishonest or like he had to pay a certain amends that they should have stayed there.
Yeah.
That's what he
they're
says.
sleeping in it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's just what they wrote. Like they didn't even try to write of like, oh, there's only room for, or so they didn't mention any of that type of stuff of like there's only room for a baby. He was just saying like pretty much what I just said.
I can't remember. Originally, it wasn't the sun; it was something else, but I can't remember what it is. And but originally, Superman was different than the sun. But I can't remember now. But anyway, yeah. So my number one, if you're ready, unless you want to
go ahead.
All right, dude, guys, come on. It was the '70s, bro. Like you got stuff like The Exorcist breaking box office records. You got Jaws, and you got Superman, right? Making the summer blockbusters. Not summer because he came out in like December, but like it was the tentpole movies. It was a part of that. It was the most expensive movie of all time. Matte painting, set pieces, score, actors, some of the best actors of the time. Like it is a little slow, but like they'd never done an origin story before. Like Marlon Brando has to have a line of like saying like, "Don't give out your identity because it can hurt the ones you love." Like that's so stupid, but like nobody had never been done before. Like I don't know, like the idea of him studying and training for 10 years about like John Kent dying of a heart attack and he couldn't save him. Like, I mean, again, I can see now from your guys' perspective the Gene Hackman thing, but like the quirky like the land tycoon living underneath the ground, like making his own island underground, and like the I'm gonna hit the fault line, buy all this, then I'll be rich. Like I don't know, like Otis is awesome, like Otis Berg, like the movie's just you'll believe a man can fly. It looks good to this day.
Hey, Otis was in Superman 2025. Did you know that?
Yeah. He was the guy in the second command. Yeah, but he didn't stand.
I mean, I'm not kidding, but I get it.
Yeah. It started everything. People still use the same stuff today. The score is still being used today. Like Christopher Reeve is Superman. Like I don't know. It's just Jimmy is probably the best Jimmy we've ever had. I mean, arguably probably not maybe the best Lex, but I mean, these are actors that are best of all time. And if you look at like Man of Steel, good actors, but they're not 78. Like you look at 2025, good actors, but they're not 78. Like, and you're using plot points and everything else that came from here. And like, and again, the set design and stuff still doesn't look as good as 78.
Actor-wise, I'm getting into Man of Steel based on Margot Kidder has never really done anything besides Superman. Reeves has never done anything. Hackman, Hackman's done plenty.
Margot Kidder did Black Christmas. She did Amityville Horror. She did Halloween 2, Rob Zombie. She was in some stuff.
So she turned into what, a C-list?
Listen, I'm sorry.
B-list horror, Chris. B-list.
Wow.
I'm sorry she was an alcoholic. I'm sorry.
While Man of Steel has Lawrence Fishburne, Russell Crowe, Henry Cavill's done slightly more than Reeves. Amy Adams, I believe she's won an Oscar and she's been in plenty of things. Michael Shannon, freaking one of the great actors. Who else is there? Diane Keaton, Kevin Costner. Yeah, I'm giving Man of Steel on. Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
I think he's overrated, but he was like the peak of actors at that time.
Yeah, he was in it for 5 minutes.
He was. He got paid way too much. Reading his script off the diaper of the kid, like ridiculous.
Planet Krypton.
No, dude, but that speech, like at the end when he's flying away and the Earth is coming around him, like I get it. In today's world, it's slow, but for what it did, for what it means, I mean, I'd speed it up maybe and like shorten it a little bit, like for today's world, but otherwise, it still moves me to this day. Those sets. are just beautiful. I miss matte paintings. I miss true sets. I miss really good acting. Like I don't know. I miss it. Like there was some okay acting in like Superman 25. There's some good moments in Man of Steel. Like again, most of it's like Russell Crowe and um there's some good moments, but I don't know.
I would
Man.
say this. I think I could see 20 years from now, when I'm John's age, um,
I hope you still have
I can see 20 years from now, my kids being like, Dad, why do you love Batman Begins so much? It's slow and stuff. I'm like, kids, I don't understand. This is like one of the best depictions of this is a true Bruce Wayne story and, and stuff. And so I could see that happening because Batman Begins probably couldn't even come out today. Like it's not like it's not a like 3 action pieces type of movie, big huge action pieces. It's more like a slow character build and type of stuff. But so
yeah.
maybe there's truth to that.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, some of it has to be nostalgia. Again, when I was growing up, there was a handful of superhero movies. So like this was everything. It's still like again, it still is. It is still using stuff today. It's that good. Like it's
That's true.
I don't know. Yeah, and I'm just cool. I love the history of how how the magician does his magic. Like it's old school film stuff that just man, it gets me. Like when I look at stuff nowadays, I'm like, yeah, it's CGI. It looks pretty easy. Like yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't do anything for me.
I didn't say this earlier, but there's an element of when I complain about alien invasion being the plot of every superhero movie now forever, is that I don't always love everything in CGI, and there's something about I'm gonna call it just like more localized plots that maybe needs a little less of that stuff and a little more practical that I prefer the look of to everything big and
Yeah.
giant CGI.
Dude, when I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, that movie was a breath of fresh air because like the movie, like the world was not ending. It was all about like the villain and what was happening to the villain and like their world was ending and like their motivation. Like it was all about character development and character driven. Like it was a breath of fresh air after every single Marvel movie was like the world's gonna end, the world's gonna end, the world's gonna end. And this movie was like, no, we're gonna focus really tightly on this group and you know what I mean? Like it just after a while, it just doesn't feel like. And again, in Superman 2025, we're ripping apart Metropolis. We're doing major things, and it doesn't feel like it matters at all. Like these two warring countries about to fight, it just nothing feels like it has any stakes at all.
That's what
I don't know.
that's why ultimately like the Batman Begins and Dark Knight are holding such high like Dark Knight. If you think about Dark Knight, he's not even trying to save Gotham, really, right? Dark Knight is such a masterclass in not saving the world.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I just prefer those types of stories, and that hurts my perception of Superman
Well, and also
overall because
in the Dark
so many
Knight,
of these movies are world-saving adventures.
yeah, an interesting thing about the Dark Knight is that it's really not a battle to save Gotham
It's not.
physically, but to save the soul of Gotham. Like that last fight of him and it's represented in the people on the ferry, and it's also represented by Harvey Dent, and also like Batman loses in the Dark Knight. He loses both times. Like they voted to blow up that other ship, even though they didn't do it. They still voted to do it, and then Harvey Dent, of course, turned into
Chris,
Two-Face.
when we talk about Batman Begins versus Dark Knight, and I think I go back and forth every single time. When I'm waffling, though, it's usually because of like big action scenes and stuff. But there's always that element of like he's not even really trying to save Gotham. He just and it's not an origin story. It's just a very uniquely told, tremendous story.
The crux, you got to remember though, the crux of the Dark Knight is not even really like that. The end is to save the soul of Gotham, but really the crux of the difference between Batman Begins and the Dark Knight is at the end of Batman Begins, she says, "This is your mask, but one day when Gotham doesn't need Batman anymore, you can come back to me." So the whole thing is actually Batman in the Dark Knight trying to save Gotham free himself from
Yeah.
Batman to where he can step away and get to Rachel. And so the soul of Gotham happens after she's dead. So like it's all him just trying to save Gotham so he can save himself and be with the one he loves. Like, so like, that shift from Begins to Dark Knight is just so good because it's just that, yeah, it just keeps him motivated beyond just being Batman and having to save the day. Like the bigger picture, how do I get there? Like, yeah, which that leads into, the Rises is like, I've lost everything. Who cares? Like, yeah.
Maybe there's an element of that, and that would explain why maybe I liked Superman Returns more than it deserves. But just the scope was more of a Shawn level scope in that film. Maybe, maybe not.
No, there's something good.
Just lift this kryptonite island.
Yep, that's it, man.
Off
Just
into
this
the-
little kryptonite.
Yeah.
Your main weakness. I'm kidding. I was fine with that scene. I mean, I get people's complaints about him lifting kryptonite, but it's like Superman does Superman stuff.
Yeah, he's
Like
growing
it's the
stronger,
same
whatever.
way in Man of Steel where he's going against the world engine. It's like, isn't that thing turning you more human? It's like, yeah, but still got to try. Like he technically shouldn't be able to shoot out of that world engine thing, but he does.
He's finding the extents of his strengths, and I'm fine with that.
I can't remember, but isn't that synthetic kryptonite? So it's not like full strength.
Yeah, it's like recreated. Yeah, synthetic's probably the best word, right? But he recreates it, and then not Superman 3 levels where he gets it wrong because he puts tar in there or whatever.
Right. It's like DNA in Jurassic Park. It's like we had to fill in the gaps, so I just threw something in there. Cool.
But
life finds a way.
Chris, I can see 4 easy rank our favorite blank things here.
Wait, let me first go through some. I'm sorry. I was like, let me go through
some ratings and stuff, right? Or some averages.
Yeah, I got some numbers for us.
This is our lists were very different, so I imagine the averages are going to be watery.
All right. So averaged out. Does that make sense? Yes, that makes sense. But those are tied.
Surely Superman 3 is the worst, and Snyder Cut is the best.
There's a lot. There's more tied than I thought. One second. Let me hide some columns so I can read this whole freaking thing. Shoot, how do I hide columns? I'm in this. Oh wait. Well, I can just do this. There we go. Okay. At number 11, Superman 3. We all got that.
Yes.
At number, there's a tie for 9 and 10.
It's inexplicable.
Yeah. It is Superman 2, average out to 7.3, and Superman Quest for Peace, average out at 7.3. Then there is a tie.
So much worse.
Then because I had Quest for. Well, both me and John had Quest for Peace.
I know.
You had it
I
at 10.
don't get it, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
Then that's up. There's 2 ties at I can't figure out the number. I think 9 and 8. 11. No,
You
sorry.
did 10 and 9
8 and 7.
now 8 and 7.
Yeah, 8 and 7. At a 7, Justice League and Superman 2, the Donner Cut. Then two other ties at 5 and 6 is Superman 1, the movie.
It's just criminal.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Coming in.
God.
And Superman Returns.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
So those tied out. If I'm gonna do a tiebreaker, I think we should vote on just so we can put Superman the movie where it can go. We should do a tiebreaker.
There's no
I
tiebreaker.
think Superman.
You go out and talk to 1,000 people that know Superman. Putting Superman 7.
Chris brings a guest onto our show and then spits in his face.
Don't even. There's nobody. Hold on.
Except for me, John. Except for me.
Yeah.
Both 5,000.
It's so funny because Sean has Superman the movie at 1, of course, like we just mentioned. I have it at 10, and Sean has it at 7. And then we look at Superman Returns. John has it at 9. I have it at 7. Sean has it at 2. And so there's not as much range with Superman Returns.
Some messy dichotomy.
But if I had to get, I would probably get the tiebreaker to Superman Returns, just because me and Sean both have those rated higher than Superman the movie.
No,
I'm just looking at the math, John, and trying to come up with with the tiebreaker. You can't put it. You can't even affect it by trying to put it higher. It's already higher than it's already at your 1, and you can't take my rating.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's a fun movie, man. All down that
is. All right. Then the rest are not tied. So at 4 is Superman 2025.
Disgusting.
At 4.
I say disgusting jokingly. It was my number 5, so that's fine.
I believe that beat
number
78.
Number 3 is BVS. Number 2 is Zack Snyder's Justice League, and number 1 is Man of Steel.
Yeah, okay.
Honestly, the way I so bad talked BVS, it should honestly probably be lower, and then that would take Superman 2025 higher. But I won't change my stuff.
Don't
it's
you
fine.
dare! Don't you dare take your fingers off that tablet.
Dude, to be fair, also, Man of Steel deserves to be ahead of the rest because it's its own movie. It is his own Superman movie. He's not borrowing with other superheroes. He's just straight up Superman. Yeah.
Tremendous Superman
our biggest difference, of course, is Superman 2025. John's 10 to my 2, and Superman the movie at a 9 difference. John's 1 to my 10. That is the biggest differences we had.
We couldn't. Oh God. Oh God.
He's never coming back, Chris. You know this, right? Get it out now. It's over.
Oh, come on. Well, it sucks. I have to live in a world that I have to support this again because I don't want any more reboots. So I have to go down with the ship I hate.
Amazing.
This and Patterson I got to deal with. God.
I mean, you said yourself you might not have to deal with pets. We'll see.
I just don't think it's going to happen.
We'll see. They're definitely making the movie. It makes no financial sense in a world where Superman 2025 only made 600. It did good. Don't get me wrong, it did good. Made about 600 million. But during a pandemic, the Batman made 800 million.
Right.
And so
on a lower budget.
Yeah, they're gonna make that movie again.
Hope so.
I don't know, man. I'd be scared after Joker. And I mean, honestly, the Penguin was very well acted. It wasn't that great. It was okay.
It was great. Oh my gosh. Sofia Falcone, Sofia Gigante. She won an Emmy for that.
I hated that last episode. It went too far. I don't like it. I was rooting for him until he did what he did.
Oh, you hate him because he killed. That's what story should evoke an emotion out of you. And him killing. So Shawn, you never seen the Penguin, and you don't care about spoilers. Nope. So the Penguin at the end of the Batman, he has aspirations to become the kingpin of Gotham. Essentially, so Falcone was killed in the Batman, and there's only a couple other big mobsters. He's trying to go up the ladder anyway. Anyway, he befriends this kid. I forget his name. Anyway, first episode he befriends this kid, and this kid is becomes loyal to Penguin, so loyal, and they're trying to work and scheme and stuff to take out other mobsters to get their drug stuff going, and then at the end, Vic, thank you. At the end, they do it. They figure it out. They claw their way up to be the top mobs. Penguin claws them way up with the direct help of Vic. And the thing about Penguin is that he has this weird thing about family. The family kind of makes him weak. But the two get really close. And at the end, they're kind of celebrating, and then Vic is like, "Man, you're like family to me. You're like a brother." And Penguin has his arm on his thing. He's like, "Oh, kid," and then he just like literally squeezes the life out of him because Penguin sees like family as like a liability or as like an emotional liability to himself.
See,
Yeah.
my gut
and
reaction
he ends up,
is that's like HBO, like classic HBO shock value, just because is my knee jerk
Yeah.
reaction. Not this bad, just is like, oh well, of course HBO would do that. That's how they do things.
But it was earned. To be fair, they're like, and that's what sucks. Like Vic saves his life like 4 or 5 times, and like, but
Yeah.
there's moments that you see Penguin being compromised because of his family, so it is earned. But I just was like, I need a villain where I can root for you a little bit, and like after that, I was like, because like again, I need like it felt like it was a team, like they were coming up together, and I liked Vic, and then like now it's just him on his own. It's like it's just less interesting, and like I don't know, that movie also, like just like Joker, that show needs to have like a special thanks inspired of Sopranos because it borrows so heavily from the Sopranos that it kind of was irritating. Like it just felt really, it felt really, it felt like thievery.
I never watched The Sopranos, but I got that general sense from other people and stuff that, oh, this is like Batman Sopranos.
Yeah.
But also, Sopranos are made by HBO, and they're just like, whatever.
Right. I know. Yeah. It's just, if you borrow stuff so directly from other stuff, I feel like you water it down. Again, it's almost like 78 Superman, right? You kind of water it down for future generations if you take what's good over here and then you iron it out. And then, I don't know. I don't know. I like Tarantino does this too, where he steals directly from other movies, their shots and stuff like that. And I just feel like
there's always a line. There's always a line between inspiration, homage, and theft. And there's like there's a blurry line between each of those three.
Yeah. I don't know. The older I get now, the more I'm just like, I don't know. Just it even bothers me sometimes. Of like, my son will be watching like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right, or a Batman cartoon or whatever it is, and sometimes when I see that cartoon stealing something from a really good movie, like a masterpiece of a movie, I'm like, God dang it! Like he just saw this in like a throwaway 30-minute cartoon. Where in this movie, this is a big realization. It's a great storyline, but this show just, I don't know. Just sometimes it kind of bothers me a little bit.
Not to deviate, but can we do TMNT movies next?
Dude, yeah. Oh God, though, I don't know if I can rewatch Michael.
I'm sorry, we all have to do it. I don't make the rules.
I could, honestly. You know what?
See, this already getting spicy. We haven't done it
yet. I just watched TMT 1
like 3 weeks ago,
couple
right?
Weeks ago?
When the anniversary came around.
Masterpiece.
Yeah, I watched
that movie.
And
we might not have to do the number 1 ranking because there's no other.
It's number 1. That we won't fight about.
It's a masterclass.
Real fast, if I don't know, were you going to go over the suits real quick, or
let's rank some suits. Yeah. Chris, I wrote down just, and you lead this where you want, but I wrote down suits, Lois's, Lex's, and Soups himself.
All right,
How
you feel about that?
Let's. Sounds good. Those are pretty much the things.
Should be 4 of each essentially that we care about. I guess suits could be a little. Yeah, scratch that. Suits could have more, but the other ones, 4 of each.
Yeah. All right. Which one to start off with?
Let's do Superman himself right out the gate. 4 through 1.
Okay.
I'll go first because I have the least informed opinions, and so 4 through 1. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I almost like Corn Sweat. He looks the least Superman-like to me. Routh next, the Returns guy. I thought he looked like a good Christopher Reeve villain. And then
wait, are we doing or like the actors? My bad.
I'm sorry. I was going actors in that role.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead then. Yep. My fault. I'm sorry. My bad.
So Cornsweat, Routh, Cavill, and then Reeve. Reeve just looks the part, man. He just looks right. And then I do love Cavill. So that was a kind of a coin toss 1-2. That's my Supermans in order.
I went Cavill at 4, even though I love Cavill. Like, then that's so weird. Sometimes my lists are weird because I have Man of Steel as my favorite, but I had Cavill as the 4th. I just think he misses some of that more Clark Kent side of, not even the Daily Planet Clark Kent, just like...
He's not as soft as like Reeve, for example, as Clark Kent. Right?
Yeah.
He's a little more...
And he is a little... Yeah, and he is a little less aspirational or inspirational as the others. Ruth, Brandon Routh, great at 3. Number 2 is Christopher Reeves.
Oh my God, Chris.
That's I get the sacrilegiousness of that, but
it's put some respect on it, okay? It's Reeve.
It's Reeve. It's a Christopher Reeve.
Reeve.
What?
No S. Yeah.
Interesting, Christopher Reeve. Do people say Reeves?
I slipped up and said it, but I've been saying it mostly correctly. But yeah, most people say Reeves.
Okay. Number 2, Christopher Reeve. Great, very great. Although it is also hard to judge because he has 4 movies. Mm-hmm. He also has 4 movies that look dumb, and also 4 movies that look great. And if I just take the best of it, and then that's better because some of that isn't. That's technically his fault.
But he hits the soft.
And number
really
1
does hit the soft sides of Clark in a charming, pleasant way. He does it.
Yeah. Number 1 is Corn Sweat. It was really close between Reeve and Corn Sweat for me. I think what put over the edge of Corn Sweat for me is that his Clark Kent isn't like, oh, hey, Lois, flip. Like, to me, Clark Kent can be dorky and stuff, but he's kind of, no one cares about Clark Kent. Not even Superman cares about Clark Kent. He's like, oh, well, it's sort of me. And so that's what gives, to me, Corn Sweat the edge. And also everything I've said so good about him that I said previously before. And also, I do want to bring, because I've got to bring it before, John mentioned, like, oh, we didn't get, like, Clark Kent Daily Planet that much, which I'm fine with, because Clark Kent Daily Planet. No, wait, yeah, Clark Kent Daily Superman stories are more focused on Clark Kent, just normal. Like a lot of them don't take place at the Daily Planet of like the more goofy Superman. I got enough of it that I needed. I didn't need more of it in the film. I got the sense that he's I don't know.
Oh man, the character dynamic is just so much better when you see Reeve go from like 6'5" to like hunched over, slow over. Like, you got all that good stuff, like baggy clothes, like you got all that good stuff, and then now he's just like, he's got hypno goggles. Good. I mean, I get it. He's got AI back in the cave. I understand that, but like, it's pretty weak. Like, it just, again,
to me, I think he looks more different as Clark Kent, or maybe as different. And Superman, like, I buy it. Like, his hair is more disheveled. It's a little curlier. His suit and stuff is a little more baggy. And as Superman, it's to me, I can buy, and also the glasses. I didn't even need the excuse of hypno glasses. To me, those look like 2 different people. And I think he is passable of being 2 different people.
I don't know, for a paper that prints a lot about Superman and has got Superman sitting right next to him, I appreciate the glasses thing. It is a nice little throwaway in today's world, like, of like AI and face scanning and whatever else. Like, I'm glad they did something, but it just, as far as like dynamic, I just don't get it. Real fast, I have to say this because I did not say it the whole time. I hate that they make Jimmy Olsen a sexual, like,
it's
pedestal.
weird.
The thing is,
it's weird.
Again, this is one of those comic book things. Jimmy gets it.
He's a 4. I'm better looking than Jimmy. I've never got it. I've been hit on like my entire life. And it wasn't even by my wife.
Jimmy, isn't that funny? I don't think my wife ever hit on me. I think I've only got hit on maybe twice.
Danger.
But even
even
in the comic books, for some reason, Jimmy gets tail. I don't know how to explain it. One thing I didn't mention before, we didn't mention. I love seeing Supergirl. I can't wait for Supergirl. I love the end there. It was
an immediate detriment to me. Well, the last thing in the movie is, oh, come on. I don't. Ugh.
No, she's the story. So the story they're basing off of is one of the best comic books written in the last 10 years. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, such a great comic book. And like, yeah, part of the story is that she turns 21, and so in order to go party or whatever, she goes off planet so she can get a red sun because like Kryptonians can't get drunk, like their body just eats it away. And so she goes to this other planet and she meets this girl who's on a quest for revenge and goes through. Supergirl is really interesting in the sense that she wasn't sent to Earth as a baby. Like she grew up on this like kind of off planet that was almost like a moon of Krypton. And when Krypton exploded, it also was like dying, but it was like slowly dying. And so like she watched as people that she loved. She's like a 13-year-old at this point. She watched as people she loved just die and die around her until, until her father was able to make an escape thing for her to go off on. And so she's way more like traumatized by the loss of Krypton. Like Superman he never knew Krypton. He didn't lose really anything, but she knew Krypton. And it's like she lost her home and her family and her life. So she carries a little more emotional weight around with her. And that's what that story explores a lot of.
Couldn't she have told her cousin though about like his real purpose coming to Earth and that his parents probably kind of sucked a little?
Her presence raises way more questions than it answers, and it opens the idea of like more extended universe. Now it's like
again, she lives on like a moon of Krypton. Do you know everything your uncle's up to?
Not good.
I try to avoid it.
Exactly. I was saying my uncle. That's to me. I've never been worried about that because I'm like, I don't know what my uncle's up to. I don't know what's.
Real talk before I get into mine. The thing that sucks is I do think that what you just said makes for a better movie than this Superman movie. I do think it's got great potential.
I think so too.
The thing that sucks though is society, how things work. This movie didn't do that great. Superman didn't do that great. Supergirl's it's not gonna do great. It's gonna have a similar budget. People are gonna get paid, but it's gonna not do well, and it's gonna suck. Like that sucks that I feel like it's not gonna do well. Like unfortunately, female-led superhero movies just don't do well, and that sucks for
I don't think that statement is fully true. I think it's mostly true. Wonder Woman made $800 million. A DC movie.
That is the exception.
Is that one example though?
Captain Marvel made $1 billion.
But that was coming off of that was the movie before Endgame. You had to go see that because it was the movie before Endgame.
But the other movies that didn't do well, were any of them good? Catwoman, Elektra,
I didn't see
Supergirl.
I didn't see. Yeah.
So I think the truer statement is bad movies with female leads do bad, and better movies with female leads do better. And so you got to make a good movie. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm not saying that it doesn't have some obstacles it needs to overcome, but first of all, just be a good movie, and that will already be the biggest obstacle.
I'm rooting for it. That's why I want them to put all the good effort and then don't take anything for granted. Like double down on what this movie needs. Hey, real fun fact: what is the first female superhero-led movie? Go.
Some Pam Grier movie? That's what I'm going to do.
Superhero.
No idea.
Female lead.
Well,
1954. Go.
Supergirl?
Supergirl.
I don't know. Okay, Superman. That's what I would have guessed.
Supergirl is 84. Yep.
Okay, I was like, I think this is an obvious answer, but it was so obvious that I was trying to trick myself out of it.
Good movie.
They had a similar budget.
I've never heard of it. I know what Supergirl is, but I'm not familiar with the movie.
I tried to watch it after I tried to watch it after the Superman thing. I was in such a Superman mood. I was like, let me watch Supergirl. First 15 minutes, like, holy crap, this is bad.
Yeah, with a budget of Superman 3, and it couldn't do anything with it. But good actors. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna go with Corn Sweat.
Corn Sweat.
And then I'm gonna go with
Cavalry.
Cavill, and then Roth, and then Reeves. Yeah, I Brandon Roth, or maybe
I
I'm
don't know how
messing
to
up.
say
I'm
it
getting
either.
tired, but
Yeah.
like
I know, right?
with a better suit, I could see Cavill taking his place, but with a better suit, he could be number one. With a better suit, bit better movie, like he was so good. Corn Sweat, I actually really like the symbol. I like the suit. I
I
do. I like it.
Well,
I
let's
don't
get into the
dislike
suit in a
any of
second, I guess, but I have feelings.
But I'm just saying, like, I thought I was, I had some trepidations going into it, but like overall, I think his Superman is pretty spot on for Superman.
So let's do suits next since we kind of got to suits already. So I didn't like the corn sweatsuit because I didn't like the textures of it. It looked like kind of leathery almost. I don't know. It just didn't hit right for me. And then the Reeves suit is my number three. It looks good, but it just looks kind of dated, but it looks good. And the Ralph suit, very similar, right? It's supposed to look very similar. And I love the
Wow.
Cavill suit because I love the
Oh,
the S looking less like an S makes more sense to me as it being an alien symbol of hope. And I like that. I liked that tie-in that felt natural and kind of unique. It's probably not comic book unique, but to me, it made it unique and interesting, and I liked it. So, Cavill.
interesting enough, it does match a lot of the early S's. Like they took inspirations from the early S's, which is kind of like more, I don't know.
Wait,
I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I have a
less
feeling that
consistent.
maybe. Yeah, I have a feeling that maybe me and John are going to be right on here. Let's see. Go ahead and go, John.
there's no way. Come on, there's no way. What in all of this makes you think we're going to be getting
You guys
close?
really like the corn
I
sweat,
don't.
that leathery texture look to it?
It almost has the material of like those mats that you jump on, like a pole vaulter would land
Yeah,
on.
I
Like
don't.
it doesn't.
It felt stiffer to me than.
Yeah, okay. So I would go. I would go returns dead last. It just colors, and then the way it just like it feels so streamlined and like commercial. Like on his chest, it just I don't know. The shorts seem extra small, like he's like a speedo almost. Like it
That
just doesn't
did
look
make
good.
me laugh. Yeah.
It's almost like uh, it's just not good. And then suit. Okay, then I'm gonna go. I'm at. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Oh God, it
He's
hurts. All
killing
right, I'm gonna
himself
go.
over there.
Superman 25. I do like the suit. I really do. But there's something about that Man of Steel suit. The way it shimmers off of that little designs going around all of it. Like it needs to be maybe a little bit brighter, but I just love the way it shimmers almost.
It
Like
looks like an alien
like
material. It doesn't look like a man-made thing.
Yeah,
when it
and what they
comes off,
did was they padded Cavill with like a silver metalish type of deal, and then put the suit over it. That's why it shine kind of out. That's why it shimmers
It
kind of
works.
outwardly of
It
it.
works.
like it builds off like Zod later on. He has his black undersuit, right? And like early on in the movie, like his dad has it. It just it connects the dots so well. It's almost like in '78 when Jor-El is like imprisoning Zod and all them. He's got the S symbol and everything, and when it carries over, it just makes you feel good. And then I'm gonna go 78 just because it's just again when I close my eyes, it's what I imagine. Like it did need to be updated, but when I close my eyes, that's what I imagine. But I will say I would put, oh God, this hurts, but I'll put the black Superman suit from Snyder Cut over Superman 25.
Oh, I didn't even consider the black one.
I don't consider that like a permanent enough fixture, at least a movie side, right? I didn't even consider it. But
I mean, it's in the whole movie. Like his Superman in that movie is that whole suit.
Whole
so
time?
I
but is it not
yeah,
in
it's
the
the whole
Whedon
time.
cut? In the Whedon cut, is he red and blue? What
He's
am
red,
I
blue,
conflating some
cut.
things? Okay. I don't know. I like my Superman to be kind of classic Americana color, so I would keep the black suit pretty low, I think. But I just the S symbol being that like a meaningful thing instead of like, no, I just came here and people called me Superman, so I slapped it on here. Like, no, that's valuable to me. So I think that adds.
So good.
It is. It just that's probably the Superman that I picture when I just think about Superman suit. It's probably that one.
Real fast, we're talking suits. Can we just have a moment, a head tilt, a nod, an appreciation for the Flash Supergirl suit? Because oh my God, is that suit freaking awesome? And she's hot as hell in that movie. Like, good Lord.
I think it's. I'm not gonna take it.
I love her super suit. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I like her in the movie a lot.
Yeah. Oh, her suit might be better than Cavill's. Oh, so good. She's wearing it better. I don't know what to tell you.
I hear you, man.
You know what's one of the best? You know what's one of the best? What I think might be the best female superhero suit in DCEU? Mary Marvel in Shazam 2. You can look that up, John. Shazam 2.
Yeah.
Just look up the picture if you want. I think it's just Mary Marvel Shazam 2. I think it's great. For me,
that's great.
So I only did the 4. Brendan Routh suit looks terrible. A maroon cape, Speedo. The S is way too small. If it could have been better. Number 3. So I thought me and John might be in line. We weren't. Number 3, I have Henry Cavill suit in there. It's a great suit. I love the suit. It just needs something to break up the middle. Like it's too blue. It needs at least a belt or something to break up all the blue. It needs like a red belt or something in there. That would be the only thing I would add to it. Number 2, Corn Sweat. Suit looks amazing. And I didn't think it was going to look amazing going into it. I was just like, oh, the suit looks fine. But in the film, there are so many great shots of the suit. The underwear works. I was not team underwear, but it works somehow.
It breaks up the blue, yeah.
Yeah, it breaks. Yeah, it looks. The suit looks so freaking good. There's so many scenes. I'm like, man, that suit looks great. And then number 1 is Reeve. He just wears the suit. So like it could. Anybody else wearing it could come up as a joke, but it doesn't with him in it.
That guy, he more than any other actor since needed to be huge.
Yeah, he had to be. Yeah, it was all there. They wanted to put legs on him, but yeah, he went from like 175 to 220, I think. When he did first. Yeah.
He needed every pound to fill up that suit and not just have it look like a kid's costume.
Right. Yeah.
I will say before we get to these next elements that I pretty much like all of the Superman actors, and I pretty much like all the Superman suits. I cannot say the same for the next 2 lists of Luthor's or Lois's, or kind of the opposite for me. You guys got a preference, Lois or Luthor?
Let's go Lois, because I it's so hard to differentiate.
Sure. So Lois, I did 4. I had to look it up, but I did the Returns lady who's Bosworth. She didn't do a whole lot for me in that movie as like an actress. Like I liked the narrative and the ship there, but she didn't do a whole lot for me. And then 3, I did Shannon, the recent one. She was not my favorite type of human. And then 2, listen, I love Amy Adams, so I did 2 Kidder, 1 Amy Adams, but that's not really a slight on either. I enjoyed them both. I thought Amy Adams was pretty convincing. Maybe a little too, like, peppy. There might be a word in there, but I really like her as Lois, so.
All right, I have at number 4, I forget her name. From Superman Returns, she was just kind of nothing. Kate Bosworth. She was kind of nothing to me. Number 3, this was tough between the next 2. Margot Kidder, just because I didn't really she didn't care at all for Clark. Just annoyed me. She's still good.
She's a good
number
Lois.
2.
She's a good woman in a man's world for that time. She's a good Lois.
Yeah. Number 2, Amy Adams. I like her. She's a great actress. She has not that much chemistry with Henry Cavill. It's the last movie she does, I think. They have more chemistry. And number 1, not even close. Rachel Brosnahan and Superman 2025. This Lois is feisty. She is like that interview with Clark to me is so
It's so
good. Like when
annoying.
he says
So
when
annoying.
when 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 she says well she's so excited to interview him but she's like you wouldn't like that. He's like oh yeah sure and like she knows like and then like the interview it holds like them two are kind of sparring. Like it holds him accountable. She's holding him accountable. They're going back and forth. And one thing it shows that Superman, like he goes through his he goes through his points. He just isn't like, oh, I just go do good and stuff. He brings up his points as if like in an articulate manner. Like when they're talking about Baravia, he's like, just because this happened, like we can't trust this and this. Like they're having an intellectual debate on things, which doesn't usually happen between Clark and Lois.
Yeah,
But she
Superman's
still
into torture.
yeah. Huh?
Superman's into torture with cactuses.
Yeah, that's
Die.
right. So love her Lois Lane. She
strikes me as the
good.
type
She
of
looked-
girlfriend who causes dramatic shit just to be dramatic, and that pissed me off.
that wasn't. Lois Lane is the reporter with the most integrity, and if she didn't like, she's doing an interview with Superman, and if she didn't ask these questions, if she didn't raise up these questions to him, that would not be, even though she loves him, even though that's her boyfriend, that would threaten her integrity as a reporter. And she tells him, he's like, well, we talked about this. Like, why would you even ask me about this? She's like, this is the question that I would ask you as a reporter.
Which is why
Like,
Superman should never field such interviews or interview himself in the first place.
That's the thing. That's why she tells him, like, I'm not sure you would like me to interview you. And he's like, oh, yeah, sure. Like, and in the moment in between the interview where she's like, how do you think this is going? He's like, I think it's going pretty good for me. Like, you can see the facial expression of her being like, oh, okay, let me turn it up a little bit. Like, she then takes it up to another level and it gets to him.
Superman needed to spend more time studying up in the Fortress of Solitude enough to know not to accept interview requests.
So my last one is that chick because dude made her breakfast dinner. He was about to get it in, right? Like he was about to make her dessert. And then she just goes and starts yelling at him. Like how you let him make you dinner and it's romantic and then it's just
she was mean dramatic. She was mean dramatic.
Yeah.
She was being a reporter. Again, it's the integrity. You're not supposed to be
a reporter. You're at home. Just hush and be home together.
Oh, okay, Shawn. You want women just to hush,
I meant both of them.
Right?
Sorry, let me clarify. They should both shut up and just enjoy dinner.
To be fair, they got out of the kitchen, so she didn't have to hush. Yeah, it's fine.
No, I absolutely meant both. They were annoying. And that scene was easily the worst scene in the movie, and Chris is wrong.
It's one of the best. One of the best.
Even my wife, who's feisty, like even she was like, she's feisty for no reason. She's so angry.
She came out aggressive. Like, she came out mean.
Yeah. For a dude that saved the earth and made her breakfast.
That's.
Oh, okay. Well, here's a question. How many of us have a master's degree in journalism? Go ahead, raise your hands. You know what they don't tell you is to come out acting like a bitch to start an interview.
I'm just gonna lie.
Yeah. They don't teach you that. That's not the sign of a good reporter. You have to ask the hard questions. Their questions were good. Her manner was bad.
I think you guys are misjudging her. I think the manner was perfectly fine. It was perfectly adequate. You don't have to be like, oh, hey, Superman, what color is my underwear?
She was terrible. She was gaslighting him. She didn't solve anything. Jimmy did all the work, and so did Superman. She was wasted and worthless. Didn't even say thank you.
She solved Jimmy didn't even see the pictures in the background. She's piecing all this stuff together.
That stuff I was okay with. Jimmy, all that part I'm fine with. Just the jackass interviews.
I want to say these two have the best chemistry. I think like they look like they're effing on screen. They have the best. They have the absolute best chemistry.
Stop. God. Nobody can have chemistry when they're wearing pants like that. No. No.
Absolute best chemistry.
She's wearing clown pants. Anyway, all right. So I'm gonna go her dead last because she's trash, and then I'm gonna put Returns because she's a nothing burger. She's so bland.
There's not
like
much
no
there.
salt,
Yeah.
no pepper. Then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Margot Kidder just because I do feel more chemistry with Amy Adams, like a character, and
You think Amy Adams and Cavill has more chemistry? They look like they're
question. Dude, when he's getting in the bathtub, she had a long day, and she's gonna have an even longer day. Like no, no.
Chris, I bought that they're two people in a very complicated relationship, and there was some stiffness to them that I felt played.
Yeah, dude. Although, yeah. Like I'll give her Margot Kidder too, with like little nuances of like how many L's does this have and like all that other stuff, and like she's putting herself in danger. Like she is a good Lois. I just like the chemistry, the overall Lois. I think is Amy.
To flip this on John, though, my favorite chemistry between Kidder and Reeve is absolutely the gun scene from the Katana Cut. 100% love that scene. Love the way they interacted that scene. Oh, God. I'm sorry, John. Can't help it.
We can. Oh,
I just spread my annoying crap out equally. Oh, God. Let's do Luthor's next, too. I'm just going to go first, A, because I've been going first. B, this is the hardest for me because I just don't really like any of them. Okay, Gene Hackman is my least favorite. Part of it is him. Most of it's how he's written, and I mentioned it before. He's always talking about being an evil genius. We don't actually see a lot of good stuff work on screen. Number 3 is Eisenberg. It's just a try too hard thing, man. It's like he feels like he's trying too hard to be a Joker to me, and I don't dig it. Number 2, number 1, I've got it written as a tie here between the two. I think Spacey was the best part of the Returns movie. I think he was like kind of he kind of ate up the scenery and what he was in. But I see the appeal of, I don't remember how to pronounce this guy's name, Holt.
Yes,
Holt. Yeah,
I like that portrayal of Luthor being. What was that line he said? If people think I was going through you to get this thing, but really I was getting this thing to get to you. When he's talking about acquiring the country or whatever, and what that line delivery and things like that. I like that kind of manic obsessive Luthor. That worked for me. So I'm gonna call it a tie. I liked them both. But there's still not like in my head, there's still not like a nailed it Luthor on screen.
Fair.
I will go next. Number 4, Gene Hackman. Same reasons.
Sorry, Gene. Love Hoosiers.
Number 3, Jesse Eisenberg has some great moments, but it's too cartoony. It's like why with the piss in the jar and iced tea and the Jolly Rancher and even the hair looks goofy and even the Mark Zuckerberg of it all.
He's trying so hard to be over the top.
Number 2, Kevin Spacey. Did pretty good. And number 1, Nicholas Hoult. This I think really nails the aspect of Lex Luthor that is envious, that of Superman, I am like Lex Luthor thinks he is the pinnacle of humanness, and like, oh, here comes this alien who challenges me, who makes me nothing. Like I was the pinnacle of human ingenuity. I built this company. I made it what it was. I am the smartest person in the world. When people compare me to doofuses like Einstein and Galileo and stuff, that puts a vomit in my mouth because I'm so much better and smarter than they are. Type of Lex Luthor. And I thought it was like ingenious, his team of people he had. Like he doesn't have henchmen. Like they all enjoy working for him. Like when they're going around and like celebrate, it's like corporate America, but if you were supervillains. And I thought the chess piece aspect of it all, of him calling out number stuff, was genius. that's his way of fighting Superman.
So
I
stupid.
understand the time delay type of stuff, but being like, I have studied this person so much that I have different maneuvers and moves. And it was really smart and genius of the movie is for him to have all these different moves and stuff. You say he has 2,000 different moves, but at the end of the day, he just wants to punch Superman. He keeps saying 1A, 1A, which is just a punch to the face.
See,
and after all of that,
that part
it
felt
comes down to
jagged to me. Of like, I don't see Luthor like doing that himself, like video game style. That's there again. That's probably comic book right? But to me, it felt like bad camp kind of. That was my lesser fit, but I liked the rest. I liked his motivations. I liked his emotional portrayal.
It makes me sad that like we're going from like 78 and 89 Batman was oozing with atmosphere and character and style and great actors, and we're going to this like because he gets it, he just gets it, he just has it. It's right there in the closet. I'll just go pick it up right there. Like what? I don't know.
He did. He made. It's not like someone handing him those things. It's not like he just.
Name one thing he on the fly in that entire movie that he had to invent on the fly or had to go actually get it or try for anything. Nothing.
It's not about. He created all that stuff. He created the pocket dimension. Like Terrific is like I can't believe he did it. This like the son of a bee did it. Like he created a pocket dimension to these things. Like he did all these things. He was the one that tracked Superman's location. He put all these things into motion and to work. Like he earned all nothing. Like I said, he built all of that. He earned it all. Sure, you didn't see every little piece of it, but he did it all.
The movie feels like we got dropped in Avengers Age of Ultron, and then like we just know all this stuff. Like I don't know. Anyway, he's my dead last. I like the actor. He's not really a lead guy, but he's okay. I just don't like what they did with the character. Like I think there's more you could do. I think it can be better. I think it has the possibility of being the best. The movie just felt like it had so much to do. And because of the way it was TikTok cut out, people are loving it. But anyway, I'm gonna go Kevin Spacey just because again it's one movie. It's kind of forgettable. I do like it. I think he's great. I just not that I don't like it, I just prefer the other ones more. Then I'll go I'll go Eisenberg, and then I'll go Hackman. It's Gene Hackman. He's one of the best actors of all time, and some of it's he just passed away. Some of it's nostalgia. Some of it's just I just love seeing Gene Hackman's amazing in every movie he's ever been in. There's not been a movie with Gene Hackman in it that I've seen that I didn't like.
I do like Gene Hackman as an actor. I just hate that portrayal of Luthor where he just like, how many times per movie do I have to hear him say, "I'm the greatest criminal mind of all time"? It's like, when has he done something that worked?
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. I mean, again, I don't think my list is right at all in this one. Like, there's a lot of hills I die on, but like that's nostalgia and just like enjoying seeing them on screen kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fair. Hoosier's a great movie. What else is he in? Drums Across the River, the old western. Is that Gene Hackman?
Yeah, he's in Crimson Tide. He's in what's the one with Clint Eastwood?
Is he in Every Which Way But Loose with Clint Eastwood? The one with the monkey? Is he in that one?
That one I don't know. Oh, what am I thinking of? Help me out, Chris. Come on, man.
Well, Chris doesn't strike me as a Gene Hackman movies type.
Yeah, I don't have that much knowledge on Gene Hackman.
What is that? It's gonna kill me. Oh my God! Hang on.
We'll have to Google it because it feels like we're missing a big one. But I don't.
Morgan Freeman and I can't think of it. Morgan Freeman and Clint Eastwood. Oh my God!
We go to ChatGPT from asking about the Donner cut sex scene. This movie was Gene Hackman in with Clint Eastwood.
Unforgiven. Amazing movie. Quick in the Day. Again, Crimson Tide's amazing.
So
the one with Will Smith, Enemy of the State, like he's just good.
That one I know by name, but I don't think I've seen it.
That's a good
nominally
movie.
only.
Yeah.
But
I would say pound for pound, Crimson Tide's his best movie because he's in it a lot. As it's such
I have
a good
the most
movie.
nostalgia for Hoosiers, which I think is probably a common
Great
theme for
movie.
people as well. But
Yep.
well, listen, guys, we've been this episode
Ugh.
2.5 hours.
My bad.
No, it was not anybody's bad because it was perfect and beautiful is what it was. But
And again, I just want to reiterate that Superman the movie came in at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 out of 11.
Chris, you picked
Yeah.
2025 as your second favorite. Your vote doesn't count either. Get out of here.
It
Yeah.
absolutely does.
Superman 2025 will come. It's like a
Sean,
fart in the wind.
Sean, you picked it as
It's like a
5.
fart in the
That
wind.
was the
78. Somebody took a dump in your mouth. Okay, like you're not gonna forget 78. 25 is nothing. It will come and go. Nothing. It won't be talked about.
It
at
was-
all. In
Chris, you'll
years.
distinctly remember that was my cutoff before movies that I actually will intentionally watch again.
Nonetheless, numbers don't lie, Sean. We talk about this all the time.
Science is science.
After we do ratings.
But that's why we
and
have to
stuff,
put. That's
science.
why we have to put ratings to them instead of rankings, so we can get a better, better sense of the gaps, if that makes sense. But
I was gonna say it didn't. Look at the box.
Well,
office.
now to me, this was very unbiased. I wasn't trying to. We didn't know where we were coming in at. If we did a ratings now, if we're doing ratings now, John will go to a -2 on 2025, just to throw off the
I
numbers.
think there's a middle glut of movies in there. Like there's the ones I would like, and then there's this big middle glut, and then there's 3, 4, and 2 that would be low. But that big middle glut would all probably look pretty.
I do want to say
samey.
this, Sean. If you just look at Superman movies, just Superman 2025 is the second one. Just putting that out.
It's not
Putting
though.
that out there.
It's
That's
not.
what I am just reading the numbers here.
Well, you messed those numbers
Objectively,
up.
I didn't.
Chris,
These are
Chris,
sound-
It's 2025.
I would just
These are just the sound numbers that we have here.
just reminding people that I placed it my number 5 right ahead of number 6, which was the Whedon Justice League. So just in context. In context,
You
everybody.
put it at 5. I put it at 10. You put it at 2. I don't get how it's that high up.
Because
Like, I
we
don't
had
get
too
the
much
math.
other discrepancy, and he said 2 pure, so he's taken out Justice League Snyder cut, so it makes him feel better.
Oh, God. Okay, yeah. Okay.
It's
God.
semantics.
Oh, God.
Chris, I just the whole movie. Chris, I was just watching the whole movie. It's like, what am I? Is this a family film? And then something would happen, like, oh, I guess not.
Yeah, like the giant.
I will say
thing.
I will say that the movie, and weirdly one of my critiques of the film is that there's too much cursing in it. Like, why is there so much cursing in this movie? Like, choose what, like, just it is more of a family, all ages movie, and that's what they were making, all ages film. I think that's what their aim was. But like Man of Steel is more like little kids. Like, you got to be like 15 and up, I think, to really enjoy Man of Steel. Well, I think Superman 2025 is more like, hey, everyone can find something that they like in it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
And I think that's what their aim was.
I think on that note, I think, probably if I had to look at 78, like objectively, I'd probably say that you probably need to be in your 30s, and I mean, you can probably appreciate it somewhat in your 20s, but like you got to be a little bit older because otherwise it's going to be slow compared to, especially this thing. Like,
It's officially settled though. TMNT movies next. Was there 7 of those? No weird cuts.
Well, no, there's the 4 originals. There's the 2 Michael
What's
Bay
the
ones.
4th original?
the-
Hold on, I only know 3 originals.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant, yeah. Well, cartoons 4th. That's what, because in my head I'm always thinking of that like 4-pack you can get. So I have that
Okay.
4-pack. Okay, 3 original, TMNT cartoon, the 2 Michael Bay ones, and the most recent one.
So it's at 8? It's
7.
8.
Sorry, 8.
Yeah,
Oh my
8
gosh.
fingers?
8.
It's 2:30. But, okay, TMNT next. Let's give ourselves some time to process. I have a feeling our TMNT ones would probably be a little closer other than Chris's forgiveness of Michael Bay.
Our cover. I like lots of things about those movies.
And I haven't seen the latest one yet, like the Seth Rogen whatever one. I have no opinion on that yet.
Honestly, I think it's overrated.
Interesting.
It's
Well, hey, save it, okay? We will shock value next time. Just like this was a shock to me. To me, it was very shocking. Hey, John, thanks for talking with us for literally 4 hours.
4.5.
Something like that. Yeah.
5 hours?
4.5 hours.
9:30.
Yeah. What's 9:30? 5 hours. Yeah, basically, give or take.
Oh
Thanks for your time.
What the heck?
Not Chris, not that makes you. Thank you for your time. Also, for the record,
Yeah.
all time is valuable to me. My name's Shawn. That's Chris. That's John. This has been Avatar. This has been a whole lot of Avatar: The Last Podcasters. Likes, thumbs ups.
I
comments.
did bring up Korra and Aang, so there's that
just,
for those
just to
people.
wet their whistle a little bit. I hope that people like see the length and the title, and if they're not into it, that they're just like, all right, I'm just gonna come back next week. I hope they don't sit through it waiting for the payoff. Yeah, likes, comments, thumbs ups, subscriptions, bells, positive reviews. We love it all. Whatever you'll give us, we appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.